of saying thank you exclusively at the Benny's on Essen Lane.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Go local and go free with Go Free Checking from Neighbors Federal Credit Union. No monthly maintenance fees, no balance requirements, and no strings attached. Just the safety and security that comes with Baton Rouge's largest credit union. And with direct deposit set up through NFCU's Early Payday program, you can get access to your funds up to 3 days early. Come by one of our 11 area branches or apply online at neighborsfcu.org. Go free with Go Free Checking from Neighbors Federal Credit Union. Insured by NCUA.
These are all the things you would hear upon getting into and starting your car, going wherever the road takes you. It's just, there was one sound noticeably missing.
Oh, man.
Remember, click it or ticket. You don't want a fine, and it just might save your life, so don't risk it. Click it or ticket. This message is brought to you by NHTSA.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Granger who does the same. Granger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, May 16th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 90. In hour one of today's show, we'll recap LSU's Game 1 loss to the South Carolina Gamecocks. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! What's happening? Once more into the fray. Into the last good show I'll ever do to live and take on this day. I'm T-Bob Hebert. He's Jake Kester. She's Alondra Villarreal. He's De La Sharpe. And we got a big day planned for you today. As it is, this is the last day of an era of OTB, as we said, but the ship of Theseus will sail on. But this will be my last day here on these wonderful airwaves that I've loved so deeply for so many years. I just did a hit with Brain in Talk and Brian Haldane. And I always call him Brain because when I started doing radio here in 2013, and I was supposed to be selling ads as well, but I was just getting high and playing basketball all day and lying straight up to my bosses, Cindy at the time. She'd call her and be like, yeah, I'm in Gonzales, beating the street. I was in Lake Beaupre playing 21. But we used to
I like that you picked Gonzales. I'm in Gonzales.
Hey,
you can't come check on me.
Yeah, can't check on me there, dude. I'm pounding the pavement.
Right.
Knocking on doors, seeing who wants to advertise for some radio. Little Roll and Doucette Swamp Pop on the weekends, babe. God, there's some funny memories with the sales job that I really didn't do ever. They made me go collect money a couple times, which was very funny. Because it was like they had this one guy that wouldn't pay. I remember I had to drive like an hour out there and basically be like, hey, where's the money? Like, give me, like,
let's send the 6'4" guy out.
I was like, yeah, look, man. And he was kind of mad, but I was like, you got to give me that check. All right. And then it was very funny. I had to press him a little bit. But, where's I going with this? Oh, so at the time that I was not doing the sales job that I was supposed to do, the only reason I ever agreed to do that in the first place was because they were letting me and Jordy do Monday and Thursday nights, 5 to 7 p.m. And that was the original Off the Bench. That's what it was called. That's where the show name started. And we were doing from like Kia's, did it for Varsity one time. We used to do it for Varsity. I'll never forget, one time at Varsity, we wrapped up the show and they were like, hey, do you want to go backstage for this concert? Like, who is it? Some guy, Kendrick Lamar. Like, I'm pretty tired. And I went home. Talk about a bag fumble. So dumb. Anyway, like a year later, I was obsessed with the recipe and all that stuff. But anyway, on that show, Brian Haldane was called the Brain, and he was our fantasy football expert. Because this is still the time when I thought that every show had to have like a fantasy segment. Yes, so we would do sits and starts, draft stuff, all with Brian Haldane, a.k.a. the Brain of fantasy football.
I didn't even realize that's where the nickname came from. I
don't know if that is. That's how I knew it.
Sometimes when I put Brian into a phone, actually they spell brain.
That is how I was introduced to him.
Yeah.
Was as Brain.
I mean, I don't call him Brian. Call him Brain.
Yeah, exactly. So
I can tell sometimes, like when it's kind of like our good friend Brandon Hurley.
Bull.
I mean, it's Bull Hurley.
Yeah,
and I can tell,
Hurley.
like, he's around certain people. He's around, business professionals.
Yes, he
like,
manages. He's a finance guy. Yes,
Brandon. It's like, no, you're Bull. Like, kind of like that.
Even though if you're a finance guy, Bull, top tier name.
I thought.
You know what I'm saying? Bull markets only, baby. Let's go. Bull vestments only. Taylor, are you better at fantasy football than the Brain?
I mean, probably.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
All I know is last football season, Brian would have a guest on once a week to give fantasy football advice to him.
And who was it?
That would be me.
Look at that, dude. No way. So here we have come full circle. Brain, one of the earliest contributors on this show ever, talking fantasy football. And now you, such a key contributor here these last couple of years. Now you going on Brain Show, talking fantasy football.
He does it different. They do like you have to like bid for it or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like some people do that.
We do auction draft.
The auction draft
is very fun. I think it's way better than a stage draft.
The word auction left his brain because he was like, you bid on it. It's called.
Yeah.
So like Brian probably killed me in an auction draft because I've never done that. But
that's the best way. That's what when I used to play, that's what we did.
I think there's a bit more skill involved. I think.
Oh, 100%. See, I'm the type of guy that'd be like, I want this player. I'm going to spend all my money on this guy. And I'm like, crap, I don't have anything.
I can always amass a pretty good team through the auction draft, but it's the actually carrying during the season that always sinks me.
But you know what? 2 years ago, we did that fantasy football draft.
Yeah.
And people got mad at you because you didn't participate as much, but you told us ahead of time.
You
told us ahead of time.
There have been few things in my life I've been more honest with than telling people, you do not want me in this fantasy football league. I will ruin the league. I do it every year. I get in trouble every year. I had to pay multiple fines last year because when we were drunk, my friends convinced me to play one more season. But then every time I started a player that didn't play, that was like a $20 fine. I ended up racking up, I think, like a couple $100 in fines.
Yeah.
By the end of the year. Hate it.
You were the Draymond of your fantasy league.
And I'm probably, I say I'm not going to play again, and they're probably going to force me back. I mean, I guess I've been in this league for like 10 years or whatever. Never won it. Never even gotten close.
Well, the best part was when we were doing the draft, they have that little chat in the corner.
Yeah.
T-Bob's like talking crap to us, telling us how good his team is.
Yep.
And then by week 3, he completely abandoned it.
Yeah. It's fun in the moment. Draft day trash talk is always fun. When it comes to fantasy.
I will say,
even
like,
an in-person fantasy draft would be the dream.
The funnest part of fantasy is the draft. After that, you're just like, eh.
They're probably going to, do they make you up at Barstool? Like, are they big fantasy football? Like, are you going to have to do that?
I guarantee I'm probably going to have to be involved in something fantasy football. Little do they know, the only fantasy football I care about is Blood Bowl. The one with orcs and elves and dwarves.
They actually probably do know that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I know. It's very funny. Every time they've explained the hire on air, they've been like, he's like a sports guy, but like, he's also like a nerd. He likes Star Wars. Like, that's the entire pitch behind hire me. It's like, yeah, he likes football, but like, he likes Star Wars. Which, granted, guys. Andor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I
finished.
I stayed up and finished last night till about 11:30. I couldn't sleep. I'm in such a weird headspace about today that I think I slept like 2 hours maybe. I forced myself to the gym to try to get some good vibes going. But Andor, I mean, unreal what Gilroy and the team accomplished with this television show. On a purely functional level, the amount of depth and context that they have added to A New Hope, that original Star Wars movie that came out in 1977, is insane. But, like, that's kind of cold, right? Just saying, like, well, they've added, like, history. Anybody can do that. But to not only add it, but have it be so high quality and so emotional, so well executed, the show itself, it's created characters and headlined by Cassian Andor. But it's created characters that are now in, like, my top 5 Star Wars characters of all time lists. Like, that's how good the show is.
Who were you on the phone with yesterday about that? I'm sitting at at my desk. I was about to say, it's about noon. T-Bub's walking by. What's up, bro? Dude, Andor, episode 15. My
episode
God.
9.
Walks
episode
in the
9.
bathroom, and I'm like, what the hell?
I mean, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 were just a string of mind-blowing bangers. Mind-blowing bangers. But that's my guy, Jesse, Jetpack. We used to host the 4 Mandalore podcast together back in the day. That was actually kind of like, was getting big there for a minute, and then life got in the way. We ended up stopping it. But, yeah, we talk all things nerd. He's a true lore master.
My man Jetpack's probably a little nervous about softball right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a big softball supporter. Group of Death coming up this weekend. But, hey, they got to play the Tigers.
Very fair.
Hadn't
heard that yet. It's
they got to play
else.
the Tigers. So, ladies, go beat their ass. Alondra, I don't remember. Have you ever even seen a single Star Wars movie?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
You've seen all of them?
Not the newer ones. I think the newer ones that I've seen was just the first one with Daisy Ridley.
Didn't do anything for you?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen any of the newer ones, but I've seen all the old ones. My dad's a Star Wars fan, so I've sat there and watched every single one of them with him.
Your dad's a man of culture and class. I've always said that. Yeah. He runs the finest bar in San Antonio. Just kidding.
So
Austin.
Close.
But yeah, how about that game, dude? Speaking of things that are the inverse of Andor, like if Andor was a 9.5 out of 10 A+ TV show through 2 seasons that I will take with me forever, if Andor's entering writing quality heretofore unseen in the Star Wars universe, last night's game is the complete opposite. It's Acolyte. It's awful.
Wet fart.
I mean, and in every single aspect, not just in the ending, in which it's a wild pitch that ends up getting away that puts across the winning run. The fact that you were 2 outs away, but you gave up a home run in the bottom of the ninth to tie it up to begin with. Like, not after the really hard-fought first strikeout of the inning, too. But not even just the inning. I knew that game was screwed, and I was at a wedding recital. Or not a wedding. I was at a dance recital, my daughter's dance recital. And for most of the game, so I was kind of just having to check on my phone. I knew the vibes were off Well, first off, there were like 10 people there.
Yeah.
So really hard to get juice Thursday night. But I knew it was going to be bad when it was 3-3 and you had 6 hits and they had 1. That was okay. It's one of those days. Like, that's the sort of math that when you see that math, you know it's not you're playing with fire. Like, you are probably going to screw that up and lose to a team that's not as good as you. And look, and it just reinforces all of your road insecurities.
Yeah.
And guess what? Your ass going to be on the road, a good chance, if you make it to Supers, unless you win these next 2. So no margin of error now for the Tigers over the next 2 days.
Yeah, very sleepy game, as we were talking about before the show. I mean, just not a lot of people there, not a lot of juice on the broadcast, not a lot of juice in the dugouts and the stands anywhere. And it's like when you have a game like that and you're supposed to win, it typically goes in favor of the other team. Gosh, and you felt like you fought and scratched and you clawed your way to a lead, and it wasn't pretty, but you were going to at least walk away victorious. And then, that Cowan comes in, didn't have his best stuff. You've got the home run, and then you've got the triple where it was a pop fly, but it would have been a tough play, and a guy that
I actually
like
turned it off for a few
before.
minutes after the home run because I got so mad, so I missed a triple, so it should have been caught.
I don't know. What do y'all I mean,
what was the question?
Landed in play, the triple.
I turned off after the home run. I turned off the game for like 5 minutes because I was angry.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm going to check back in because this is exciting, but I missed the triple.
I think it would be a big-time catch, but on this level, it's a catch you have to make.
I mean, you know what's lost, actually? Speaking of big-time catches, Bear Jones' play.
Yeah.
The game's over.
That should have been the game-winning hit right there.
He is
that
incredibly athletic for how big he is. Like, that was an athletic move to make.
No, I agree.
And
that was wild.
He's so bottom heavy.
He is so bottom heavy.
Did y'all see Paul in the dugout when he made that catch?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Maneri thought it was over. And
no way.
They show a replay of him. He's celebrating, and he has his hand up, and he sees Bear catch it. He just goes.
I mean, but even when they won, Paul didn't really celebrate.
That is one thing I miss are Paul's upset reactions.
Oh, yeah.
Because Jay just stays so stoic 24/7.
Yeah.
Paul used to wear it on his sleeve a little bit. He's a little more honest in how he was feeling.
He was a big take his hat off,
Yeah.
wipe the front of his forehead guy. Yeah, that was him. Did it again last night when Bear caught
wait,
that.
what was the question? If he should have made the catch?
I just thought, what you
triple.
thought about the triple.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. He lost track of the ball. I mean, like, the thing that I take more issue with is all the walks. That's what got you in the position that you're in now. Like, that triple really wouldn't have mattered if you didn't walk 3 batters back to back to back and have them score the tying run back in, the second, third
And
inning?
unfortunately, we did talk about, outside of your core 4,
Yeah.
or however many you want to say, that is the single biggest problem
Yeah.
with this team. And
And you got your best guys the next 2 days, so that's good. But like, I just don't love. I don't love starting Connor Ware there. I never have, and I don't.
How
really
did Ware do? I know
understand it.
Newt did good, right?
We're
Didn't
winning,
Newt-
and gave up a run.
Okay. Newt did pretty good, though, right?
Yeah, Newt held it down.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't walk 3 batters back to back to back and hit one.
Who walked the 3
Connor
batter?
Ware.
Connor Ware.
Oh.
Listen to this. 1 inning, 4 walks for Connor Ware. One strike. No strikeouts. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bro, that is a man
You actually
who
only had 5 walks total.
That is a
like
man
everybody
who
else.
had less than 0 confidence stepping on that mound. Like, you are like, at a certain point, you just throw it over the plate and let him touch you up, right? And you hope
I'd rather that than.
and you hope that you
yeah.
just hit it to the defense.
Yeah.
That's what we preach in 8U baseball. Just let him hit it.
Yeah, just let him
hit
hit
the
it.
defense play behind you.
You can't give
Throw
him
him a
free
strike.
bases.
Man. Just what a freaking. But you know what it does do? And this is dumb, but I'd be lying if I said that I don't find it somewhat appealing. The stakes are so high tonight now.
Yeah.
We have officially entered balls in the throat territory, which is always it's a place where you feel alive. I don't know if I want to apply a positive or negative connotation to it, because it can happen like in a season like this where you're number 1 in the country, but you're still fighting for your goals. Or it could happen like last year where, every single weekend you had to win when you were barely trying to make the tournament.
Yeah.
But either what it is, when you're in that territory, you're alive. And I can't wait to feel alive tonight watching LSU in South Carolina. But brutal game last night.
Yeah, they tried to mess up our celebration here today.
I know.
You're not going to steal our sunshine, Paul.
Damn you, Paul.
I think Paul heard what you said, and he was like,
too.
we need to
Good.
win
I'll
this
double
game.
down. Tonight, it's time to beat that old man's ass. Do it again tomorrow. Make his neck hurt. I'm just kidding.
His neck?
Well, yeah, that's what that.
I
Remember,
know.
that's really messed up.
Yeah, that was his medical issue. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Coach. I love you, man. Whatever, man. He's talked so much crap to me at charity golf tournaments.
Has he?
Yeah. Even though the one time
He gives great speeches.
I know he does great. No, but the one time, and I love Coach Maneri. When we've done the Dreams Come True auction before, one time these two parties got in like a massive bidding war over golfing with Coach Maneri, and after we juiced him to the gills, he just said, "I'll do both." Hell yeah! So they were both on the hook, and they had to, and it was great. I mean, that was like 3 dreams funded, right there. So shout out to Coach Maneri. But I hope you lose the next 2 games, obviously.
Without neck pain.
Yeah,
without neck pain.
We hope you don't
I hope
have
your
neck
neck is
pain.
great. I hope your neck is great.
I hope
to be
you
clear.
lose and re-injure your neck.
No,
And you get addicted to
no.
painkillers. That's T-Ball's
Even though the
side.
one time he saw me drive on a golf course, I actually kind of smoked it. And I suck at golf. So it was like, and I was feeling the pressure. He was talking noise. I think String was there too, talking noise. And I actually stroked it. And then they rolled on. I was like, and then I got back to just smoking him in the water or just like not even getting in the air. Just topping it.
All that matters is when the lights are bright, the pressure is on.
Yeah, did you hit it when it mattered? Did you hit it when you mattered?
All that matters.
Unfortunately, LSU did not. Say, hey, last thought here, Alondra.
What?
What's going on with Cowan?
I think there's just a lot of film on him, and the teams have probably been dialing in on what he's doing because he's one of the best pitchers in the country. So it's probably just one of those situations where when they're looking at film, they're like, okay, let's dial in on Zach Cowan. And like his best pitch is his changeup, and that's what they were hitting.
Yeah. In terms of trends, I don't love.
I don't either because it's been the last few outings.
I know.
It's been the
He was good against Arkansas.
He was good
but
against
A&M
Arkansas.
twice
That's true.
he was bad.
But
that's true.
He was good against Arkansas, but he was still getting touched up more than he usually does.
Yeah, that's true too. Man, I thought he had it after he battled for that first K too.
Yeah.
Because wasn't it 0-2, then 3-2, and then he got that beautiful. It was either a breaking ball or changeup there at the end, but did a beautiful off-speed pitch, swung right over the top of it. It was, and then I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, then he fought to get the guy to line out to Bear, and I'm like, okay, well, he's going to at least get out of it, and then it's a tough pitch.
Pass ball's been a problem for LSU this year, or wild pitches have.
Yes.
Lead the SEC in wild pitches, and here it costs you a game. But whatever. It's all good. Win the game tonight. Kate Anderson, baby. The strikeout god. The Tom Glavine college facsimile taking them out tonight.
I do love that every lefty in your mind, you initially think of Tom Glavine. That makes me happy.
Always. Always and forever. Even though I have heard Ben and others on broadcast this year actually compare him to Tom Glavine.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because you always say it.
But yes, with any good lefty, I'll say Tom Glavine.
Yeah.
They're actually saying from an analysis standpoint, he reminds them. I'm just saying it because he throws it left-handed.
Reminds him of
It's not
who?
even your favorite Glavine.
Of Tom Glavine.
Oh.
Shout out Chris. Always and forever. All right. More OTB when we get back.
Off the bench.
Go to trashrangers.com. If you follow me on social media, you might have seen my wife taking full advantage of the roll-off dumpster in our driveway yesterday. She threw away my mechanical keyboard. She hates a clacky keyboard.
Yeah.
Well, joke's on her, because I've got 4 mechanical keyboards in my office. Ah! Nice try. Good luck. You're going to be listening to that clack, clack, clack until you die. Literally. And you're going to die at how good the service is when you work with Trash Rangers. So go to trashrangers.com today. Residential trash pickup, commercial, whatever. Trashrangers.com. Look, you need front load dumpsters, roll up dumpsters. They got it all. Go to trashrangers.com.
225-363-9053 is the phone number. Give them a call. Like T-Bob said, they have 3 different sizes to choose from. They're going to make sure you have the right size on your project, at your home, at your business. trashrangers.com.
Service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart...
Welcome to the 7th-ranked morning sports show in America, Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Keep this playing. Well, you can turn it down a little bit, but Alondra, this is, so we did not discuss this.
No.
And this is actually insane because I completely forgot until this moment, but I had an idea of a few songs that I wanted to play.
Yeah.
And the first was Across the Universe from episode 2 of Attack of the Clones. This song to me, God, turn it up. Can you feel the yearning? The forbidden love? Everything tinged with a bit of sadness. This song to me is, you can turn it on, I'm sorry. This song to me is like Romeo and Juliet in just a single song form, like which obviously kind of the movie's playing on, right? That's like what they're going for. So of course John Williams absolutely nails it. But I think this is first off, I think it's one of my favorite compositions ever. I think secondly, it's a commentary on how great art can exist within kind of flawed art. Because I'm not willing to say Attack of the Clones is bad because I'm an idiot and my brain is broken. But it is deeply, deeply flawed. What's damn near perfect, though, is this song. Golly! I cannot believe you played this first. That is crazy. You literally reached
Hans Zimmer
into my brain. No.
It's John Williams.
He knows. He knows. He knows.
Oh, you probably weren't here for that. No, you weren't. No.
I like Hans Zimmer too. I just don't find his music to be as listenable. Also, it doesn't have my.
We got into a composer battle here on OTB.
It doesn't have. He doesn't have my the nostalgic.
Right.
I mean, John Williams at this point is basically wired into my brain. Again, guys, if you have not seen the John Williams documentary on Disney Plus, I literally cannot recommend anything more, even over Andor, anything else. Well, maybe if you're like into behind the scenes stuff.
What were we doing in LA when you went and saw him in concert? Why were you there?
Turn it up. God. That's like that was because of this job. It was LSU UCLA. And I was in the dispensary in line. I was about to go see my mom afterwards, go up to her house. And my guy Eric, who I knew here from Baton Rouge, who was also in town for the game, was like, "Hey, man, are you going to John Williams?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Yeah, John Williams playing at the Hollywood Bowl tonight." So I immediately called my mom, said, "Mom, sorry, I'm not coming over. Staying in Hollywood. I'm getting a hotel, and I'm going to John Williams. I'm sorry, I'm not going to see you. I love you." And you want to talk about fate? I mean, you want to talk about being blessed? You want to talk about the universe shining on you? A random interaction with a person I knew, but not a person that I knew like super well.
Yeah.
A random interaction leading me to the greatest concert of my life at the Hollywood Bowl on a beautiful night.
Yeah, a great date, Danny.
Danny with me. Mark Hamill later tweeting me after I put out a video of the concert and calling me by name saying it's amazing hearing it live, isn't it, T-Bob? Luke Skywalker said that.
You need to like frame that.
And I never got to do that without this job. I don't even care that LSU got their ass kicked by UCLA. Losing openers is par for the course at this point.
Yeah, we got beat up too.
Beat up.
Zach
Baby Gronk, Charbonnet,
Baby
DTR. Well, wasn't he the original Baby Gronk?
Yeah, it was like a tight end that he plays for the Broncos, maybe.
Oh, Greg Dulcich.
Yeah.
Good job, of course, Taylor. Good job. Wow, I love you. Bama Gum T-Bob, would I enjoy Andor if I don't know anything about Star Wars universe?
Yeah.
Not to the extent that I would, but I do think so. It's a very
I
well-made.
watched Obi-Wan and loved it, and I don't know a whole lot.
I think it's much better than Obi-Wan. And I think Obi-Wan had some high highs, low lows. Obi-Wan was pretty good. High highs, low lows, how I'd always describe Obi-Wan. No, I think it's just I think Andor is actually one of the few Star Wars things you can watch and be like, oh, this is just a really good, like, political intrigue, scheming sort of show. Philip says, I cried when Luke showed up at the end of Mandalorian Season 2. Me too. I'll never forget. I was sitting there holding Alice, and me and Jesse had been connecting the dots all season long on For Mandalore, and we were, is it Luke? Is it Luke? Is it Luke? And I got a baby Alice in my arms. I'm watching the show, and I tell you, the second that X-Wing flew by, again, because my brain is broken, my eyes immediately welled up. The Ludwig Göransson score, unbelievable. Luke steps out, hood on, and then you see Luke at the height of his powers. It's an unreal scene. Really, that's the only time Star Wars ever made me cry until Andor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What did Mark Hamill say to you? What did he tweet at you?
Something along the lines of like, it's amazing hearing it live, isn't it, T-Bob?
Dang.
Yeah.
I was saying, like, I'd frame that.
Yeah.
He's just, not in that like he knew it all who I was, but he's just a kind person. He saw the name and he just said it.
It's just like anything. Like, you learn someone's name. So I always talk about it with like Riley Leonard when he went to Notre Dame. He learned everybody's name because he knew that would be endearing to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You say their name even if you don't know it.
So we got Cam Ward credit for?
Yep. I'll check out. I need to check out Andor. My son Jackson, who's listening, he said,
Shout
"Have you
out
watched
Jackson.
Rogue One?" Does that mean I need to watch Rogue One to understand?
So
Andor?
okay, so this is kind of the
Assuming that's what that
fascinating. So
means?
this is the fascinating storyline of how this all came about. So Rogue One was made as a prequel to the original movie New Hope, and it's for a long time, and it maybe still is. Definitely from the movie standpoint, I would think it's been a lot of people's favorite movie, new thing that Disney has done. It's very good, introduces a whole lot of new characters. And at the time, I was actually a bit lower on it than others were, though I ended up coming around on it upon another rewatch. But at the time, even after first viewing, I said, you know what, the strongest thing it does is it makes that original mythology even stronger. One of the characters in that movie was Cassian Andor. Andor, this TV show, is the story of Cassian Andor. And it's written by Tony Gilroy, who is one of the best screenwriters of our generation. Guy behind all the Bourne movies. I'm pretty sure he wrote Michael Clayton. And my brother-in-law's a screenwriter, and apparently in screenwriter circles, Michael Clayton is supposed to be like one of the best screenplays ever written.
The Receiver?
Yes.
Yep.
Is that actually the name of the movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
The George Clooney one when he's like, he's like a lawyer or something.
Yeah.
Huh?
A lot of Michael Claytons. Because wasn't there also in Oklahoma Michael Clayton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, I mean, close enough.
Adjacent.
But whatever. The point is the quality. And I just so the TV show, because I actually rolled it right into Rogue One and I watched like the first 20 minutes last night. The TV show here 10 years later has given the context of a movie that was made in 2016, which gave the context of a movie that was made in 1977. So over a 50-year gap, we have built out the mythos backwards, and it's awesome. Fascinating. What a time to be alive.
I'm just glad they can still give you something new that you like, because the last couple...
Actually, back-to-back bangers, though. And complete Skeleton Crew, which I watched with family, and completely different. Pure kids show, pure 80s Spielberg. First Star Wars that my kids have ever been so excited. Like every week when it dropped, we were all on the couch, popcorn ready. Such great memories. So actually, I'm a bit reinvigorated with Star Wars right now because you have two shows that are so completely different. One for adults, one for kids, and both so good. And I'm excited to watch Rogue One.
I just got an email, obviously. It went.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
All right, let's thank you for indulging that, guys. Let's
Hey, it's all about you today.
Good. My ego loves to be fed, so shovel coal inside of me as if I'm some steamboat charting up the Mississippi in the 19th century. I feel like I have a bunch of coal in my stomach. Going out the way I came in, on the toilet.
There is a lot of people upset that you're hiding a light behind a bushel.
I went chest hair and my Star Wars shirt I've worn like 8,000 times.
They were talking about the jeans.
Ooh, you don't have your thighs out?
No, I don't have my thighs out. I had my thighs out yesterday. No,
Here,
I didn't. Yeah,
there
I did.
you go.
Right?
Here's his thighs.
No, I didn't. You're right.
On my shirt.
Speaking of Texas Day Brazil, I got a text last night.
Uh-oh.
We'll talk about it next.
Off the bench.
Go to Pelican Roofing, PelicanRoof.com, PelicanRoof.com, guys. Hey, remember at Pelican right now, we got a few great initiatives going on. First off, we want to give a roof to a mom that deserves it. And you can go to Pelican Roofing's Facebook and you can nominate, go check out the pinned post. You can nominate a mom. We'll be giving it away on June 2nd. Go do that. If you're looking for somewhere to work, we're looking for sales reps. Okay, we're in Baton Rouge, we're in Lafayette, and we're offering signing bonuses up to $10,000. If that sounds appealing to you, go check it out. PelicanRoof.com/careers. And then always remember, when you work with Pelican, we have great financing options available. 0% financing for up to 21 months for qualified applicants. Go to PelicanRoof.com.
Go to the website today. Remember, that's in Baton Rouge and that is in Lafayette. They are there both in those communities. They're not driving back and forth. They have offices in both cities ready to help out right now. Don't forget about the instant tool right there, top right corner. Going to take a picture, give you an idea of what that cost is going to be. PelicanRoof.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Last time I did this, I thought the Pelicans were gonna be good. It has all gone south since this moment. So, of course, the day after the Pelicans got eliminated by the Suns, showed up, pantsless, jam into this song. Don't remember why I didn't have pants on. And just yelling about how you weren't going to get me down because the future was bright. This team just took 2 off the Suns without Zion. How could anything go wrong? Willie Green. Good God. Maybe me leaving will finally heal the Pelicans.
Oh, man. I am. Don't worry. I will find.
Good. Well, your Knicks are about to blow it, so I hope you're happy.
That's
dude.
fine. I don't have expectations like you do. I will find the perfect person to talk Pels every week during basketball season. We'll keep it up.
Jordan's great to talk Pels.
I was going to say Mario.
Yeah, Mario or Jordan, both. Yeah. Jordan gets here what time?
Yeah, but we got to pimp the in-house pod.
Yeah. He usually gets here at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have a podcast.
He'll come in.
Yeah.
9:15.
And he's on it.
On a Wednesday. And talk Pels.
I was texting Joel Myers. And he was talking about, like, once we get it together next year and we're playing the Bulls, we'll link up or something. I'm like, yeah. I mean, Joel, you are way too good for this franchise. But thank God for you being here. You and AD are too good for this franchise. One of the best combos in the game. Damn, Holdemeo's got a Brunson Finals MVP plus 6,000, or is that plus 8,000?
8,000.
8,000. Dude, my eyes are going so bad.
I mean, that's actually.
I love your glasses,
That's why I
Alondra.
had to get these.
I gotta get on my glasses game.
I had to get them. And they've been feeling very strained. That's why I've been wearing them.
Should I get, since I'm going to a new place, meet new people, should I get, lip injections finally,
Like a whole new
Botox,
look?
glasses?
Okay.
Yes, now's the time to reset.
I
Yeah.
don't think
I don't need a BBL. I could use some lip injections.
I don't know about lip injections, but you should definitely get some Botox.
Well, you got to look into what's popular in Chicago.
Not yet.
Like, what is the?
I don't think. Maybe I'm not. Look, I'm not opposed to the idea of Botox. I don't think about or feel self-conscious enough
I see
about my
a few
wrinkles.
places.
Okay.
That you could get it.
Well, I like crow's feet.
You
Because
do?
it means that you smile a lot.
Yeah.
I don't love that. I think 'cause I'm squinting all the time, I'm getting some forehead stuff going on.
I know. I have a crow's foot on each eye. Like, I don't have full on.
I guess that's maybe the ideal.
Yeah.
You keep a little bit of that happy crinkle.
Of one line. Yeah.
And guys, no, I'm never going to cheer for the Bulls.
Bulls.
The only Chicago teams I'm adopting are the Cubs and the Blackhawks.
What about the Bears?
And the Fire?
Yeah.
The
What
Flames.
So-
you're not adopting the Bears?
What?
You're not adopting the Bears?
Hell no.
Neither's Caleb Williams.
Okay, you beat me to it. Good call. Wait, so I didn't read this story yet, though. I'm going to have to talk about it today on Rome. So what's the deal with
the deal
Caleb?
is he hit it off with Kevin O'Connell, apparently, pre-draft meetings or whatever, and he was telling his dad or his camp that he had to get to Minnesota. He's like, I desperately want to play at Minnesota. They were saying they were going to try to do everything they could to prevent Caleb Williams from going to Chicago. And Ryan Poles was like, we're drafting you anyways, regardless of what you think. And now he's there, and the story comes out right after they hire Ben Johnson, and you think things are going well, and then all this is coming to a head where it's he hates Chicago and never wanted to be there.
Well, he's been good to the city, though. He's been when he was at the Bulls game the other day, he's sitting there throwing up signed stuff into the crowd. But he definitely did not want to be there originally. Kevin O'Connell, man, quarterbacks just love him.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, A-Rod's desperately knocking on his door. How crazy to be the man who is wanted by all the men that are normally the wanted men, right? He's being chased by the guys who are used to being chased. Shout out KOC.
That's a great dude,
Shout out AOC, right, Alondra? Hell yeah. Close out hour one of OTB next.
Oh, wow.
Off the bench.
Magalandra! It's far-right Latina summer, apparently.
Apparently.
According to Twitter. So, Magalandra is about to thrive over the next 2 months. Guys, go to Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GoTommys.com. GoTommys.com. T-Bob definitely rock a Haley Van Lith jersey. No, I'd make Taylor wear a Haley Van Lith jersey. So I could complete all my Haley Van Lith fantasies. GoTommys.com. GEAUX Tommys. Look, if you need Hardy Plank or Vinyl Siding, wood or vinyl windows, any type of door, you want energy efficient options that save you money over time, lifetime warranty. Some of these guys work with Tommy's. The professionals been at it. Well, Tommy's been at it for almost 30 years. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding been around for almost 10 years now. GEAUXTommys.com.
225-250-8808 is the number. Give them a call. Tell them what you're looking for. They are going to be able to come out to your home and help you out in any situation. Check out the testimonials online as well at GoTommys.com.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972.
I know you wanted me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA.
Back from the break, where the sports talk gets real. Kinda. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Can all be queens every single day. I'm having wicked dreams of leaving Tennessee. If Santa Monica, I swear it's calling me. Won't make my mama proud. It's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl. I know she's gonna scream. God, what have you done? It's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club.
Oof. Let's go. I told y'all this was going to be fire, dude. Was I ahead of the curve on Chapel, or was I ahead of the curve?
You were probably the most ahead of the curve person ever. Like, you were the first person that told me about Chapel Roan.
I got to give credit to it because it was this Fugostine guy on Spotify. But I'll be damned. You know, every now and then you hear something and you immediately are blown away by it. Like, from the second I heard this song, it just had to hook to me. I probably listened to this Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess album, I don't know, 100 times, legitimately. It's a great album, top to bottom.
You were on it before it was cool, right? I mean, I went home one time and you was singing Pink Pony Club all day long.
And Hot to Go. And Hot to Go.
Yeah.
He was obsessed with Hot to Go.
Well, actually, I could rank, I'll rank the songs on the album. I think I'm probably, I'm a big Naked in Manhattan lover. I'd probably go Pink Pony Club 1, Naked in Manhattan 2. Oh, and then, oh my God, why am I blanking on the Leaving California? I think that may be what it called. That might be 3. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yes, Hot to Go's fun. Hot to Go's fun. I just want to be clear that that's not going to be my top 3 on the album.
No, but you loved it.
Yeah, well, it's a mind, it gets stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Remember Jay Knott was kicking ass with Cal last year?
Yep.
And they were doing Ought to Go. O-T-T-T-O.
You would hum it all the time and sing it. So I'm at home, like making a sandwich, something, I don't know, doesn't matter. And I'm singing this song. Victoria's like, what are you singing? I hear that on TikTok. And I was like, I don't know. It's some band called Chapel Roan that T-Bob listens to. I was like, I don't even know what the hell it is. Didn't even know it was a person.
I remember having my
it was
daughter singing Pink Pony Club, and then the soccer team singing Pink Panda Club.
Ah, the Pink Pandas.
Yep.
Chew bamboo.
Got a lot of great bubbles that I'm going to miss here. I mean, I can't believe I'm having to leave behind the ballet.
No Purple Party Dad?
Do you think that Chicago will even appreciate the fact that I've been the Purple Party Dad 2 years in a row?
Probably not.
Try to apply for the Chicago Ballet. Here's my resume. Bam! Slap it on the table.
2 years in a row.
Chaz Michaels is figure skating.
I love that movie.
That's the best line. Maybe.
I am figure skating.
So, I got a text last night, guys.
Okay.
And let me find it exactly.
Yeah, I was like, would you like to elaborate?
It says, congratulations, big dog, from unknown number. Congratulations, big dog. Couldn't be more happy for you. ... Texas Day Brazil story is mostly true.
Mostly.
And then I said, Lamau, who is this? I need details.
And they have not
replied. Oh,
man.
No, it's
This is amazing.
They're
true. Mostly true. I love this.
That's a
amazing.
story that has too many details for it not to have some legs.
Right.
So I don't know.
I'm
fully
saying,
believe that you did this.
So I'm insecure about it all over again. Hopefully, some video will not come out of me.
Mostly true.
Swinging meat.
You were probably
Texas
there, drunk and rowdy. That's what I'm going to say. Mostly true.
Yeah. Maybe shirt off. Maybe pants off.
Oof.
I hope so, dude. I hope so, dude. All right. Hour 2 of OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
KTOZBlinds.com. KTOZBlinds.com is the website for K to Z interiors and outdoor living. So if you want to get some correct drapery, shades, curtains, blinds, shutters, K to Z, Brandon Barton and his team's 30 years of experience. They got the 10,000 hours. They're to come to your home, give you that complimentary estimate, let you know your options, complimentary your installation once you make a choice, bring your home to the next level. By the way, guys, we are announcing the new co-host of Off the Bench. I forgot to mention that. Coming up next. Stick around. Share it out. KTZ.
There we go. KTOZBlinds.com. Go to the website, interior, exterior, sometimes both. Like, I had no idea that they were going to help me put an outdoor shade on my back patio that helps the interior of my home as well. But certainly Brandon and the team came in. They knew that, and they got it done. I mean, even if you need something as easy as a Roman shade in your kitchen, whatever, they have got you covered from every single angle. KTOZBlinds.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioneer Andrews Institute. Long live you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, May 16th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 90. In hour two of today's show, we'll continue to honor T-Bob Hebert as it is his final show here at 104.5 ESPN. And in just a few minutes, we will announce the new co-host of Off the Bench. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number two of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
This is bad to do this now because people are going to think that this is like the
something
rebrand
new.
of the show.
It's not.
T-Bob in it.
No, guys, I know, but this is not. This is an This is an awful AI song that Alondra made for
I forgot about this.
I will say
I
this.
have to play it one more time.
I agree. And as awful as this song is, it is a little scary how kind of competent it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it is awful. But if you went 5 years back in time, nobody would ever guess a human didn't do this.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's I don't like that. Have you seen how good the deep fakes are getting lately?
Yeah.
Like, we are stepping into the unreality.
That's actually, that hook's not bad.
Alondra Jane and Tay. The new host is going to be T-Bot.
Yeah.
So funny.
My robot son is taking over for me. Look, he's in the chat. He says the T-Bob bodysuit is ready. T-Bob taking over T-Bob's role on OTB. Yes, I've actually been in talks with Elon Musk over the past 2 years and have been creating a flesh robot of myself that T-Bot will now inhabit.
The good part is, like, we don't know
T-Bot
if the real
following you?
T-Bob is still here or in Chicago. We don't know which one's you and which one's not.
Are they still going to follow you?
Yes.
I mean, because it's not OT-Bot, it's T-Bot.
Yes, I have been in talks with my robot son, and he plans on coming with.
Good. We need that.
He's not going to be the host of the show. Jake Hester, now that my last day is today, who is going to be the new co-host of Off the Bench with Jake Alondra Taylor, and who?
Yeah, so you really did do us a solid. You gave us a heads up. You didn't just throw this on us this week, and so I'm very grateful that you gave us time. Very, very tough secret to keep, though.
Yeah,
not even wanting to tell anybody, but just trying to keep it. Oh, look, media days and what y'all's playing. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So we have had time. There's been a lot of names. There's been a lot of names that we've thrown out there. Yep. We've had a lot of meetings with a lot of different people, but ultimately, shout out to Guarantee, because Guarantee allowed me, Alondra, and Taylor to basically name the next co-host of this show and to, have a lot of insight into what the show was going to look like moving forward. We even talked about changing the name of the show. We went through a bunch of different names because we wanted to respect T-Bob and what T-Bob built here. But after a lot of discussion and, obviously T-Bob's blessing and everything, we decided to keep the name of the show, OTB, Off the Bench, and we're going to allow the person that's going to be the next co-host of this show to tell you himself.
Oh.
What's up, everybody? It's Flynn. So excited to announce that I'm officially going to be a part of Team OTB, the OTB family. I'm no longer going to be a guest that's parking in the visitor parking spot. Going to be there every single morning, Monday through Friday, 7 to 10, chopping it up with Jake, Alondra, Taylor, about sports, life, science, God knows what this show is going to even be about. We're going to figure it out together. Can't wait to get started. T-Bob, we love you. You are so talented. You are meant for so many big things. We were not at all trying to recreate what you did. You are one of one, okay? So Jake and I, Alondra, Taylor, we're gonna create our own show, and we're gonna bring entertainment. We're gonna bring sports talks. We're gonna bring X's and O's, and probably a lot of really dumb takes. We're gonna figure it out together, though. But whatever happens, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see where this journey takes us. T-Bob, I can't wait to see where your journey takes you. We can't wait to watch. I love you, man. I love everybody listening. I can't wait to get started. And yeah, man, Team OTB, I can't wait. And we're just going to bring it. All right. Love you guys. Later.
Let's go, dude.
Matthew,
Matt Flynn. Hell yes. And Chad's loving it. Chad is absolutely loving it. A lot of W's, a lot of super pumped, a lot of questions about whether or not he'll actually show up. All valid.
Fraser,
all valid
LOL,
reaction.
Jake about to be solo 3 days a week.
Trust me, nobody was more shocked than all of us when Matt was like actually into it. We're like for real?
Genuinely, though.
Okay, I've got to give this story. I do have to give this story because, again, like we threw a bunch of names out there in the beginning of the process, and I'm not going to throw them out there, but there was a lot of names that a lot of you would recognize, and we're like, man, it's going to be tough because T-Bob and I have been doing this almost 5 years, and we got an easy chemistry. Like we show up to work, and it clicks. There's not a lot of heavy lifting that has to go on. So we're throwing names out there, and shout out to Alondra. Because Alondra said, what about Flynn? And I said, LOL, in real life.
Yeah, there ain't no way.
There's no chance. So one day he was here and I was following him out and I had to talk to him about something else. And I told him about T-Bob. And I told him about T-Bob going to Barstool. Of course, he was incredibly happy for. He's like, that makes all the sense in the world.
Very kind. Thank you, Matt. I just texted him. It was very kind, that video.
And I said, yeah, so you'll be here 5 days a week now, right? Like, completely joking. No way in hell he's going to do this. And he said, how much money you got? So I was like,
we should do the graphic like we were talking at the break, down bad.
Down bad.
When we announce the hire.
That's not what I put on there, but
or like
it's already
bottom
up.
of the barrel,
Yeah, no, obviously,
Out of money.
Matt's done okay for himself. He doesn't, but that's, if you know Matt, you know that's the first question he was going to ask. So we started chopping it up and started talking about all the great things with this job. And before I could get back to my seat, after like quickly going to use the restroom or something to come back, he had already talked to Lacey. He's like, hey, I called Lacey.
Wow.
And I think I can actually make this work. And so that's when I like, oh my gosh, this has some real legs to
Let's
it.
go.
This could be something that actually happens. It still had a lot of doubt in my mind, but the more and more we talk about it, I'll tell you this, and it's going to be funny over the next couple of weeks because he already had a lot of stuff planned for My High in June. So it's not really going to fully get started for a little bit, but he's bought in. He is all in. He is excited. He said, I promise I'll know all 16 SEC coaches, not just 7. He's going to dive into baseball. And, of course, you're still going to get a little bit of the chemistry and the goofiness and the sports-ish and the just chaos that we have here on OTB. And it's the only person that could give us that. So we're very, very, very excited for Matt to join us.
I have so many goosebumps coursing my body right now. This could not have been more perfect. Seeing everybody's reaction. I was very nervous. I didn't know what people were going to say. Everybody is hyped. I'm getting texts, chats going off. Hell yes, dude. And I agree. I think it's a perfect landing spot, and it's going to be awesome. And look, Matt's just going to be like I was, where I didn't know any of the SEC coaches until I started doing snaps, and then I had to learn them because like I had to start talking about them. And yeah, you just do what your job, makes you do, basically. God, that's going to be so good, dude.
I remember Hester was texting me in a laundry, about like, because we had talked about like who we could, talk to and all that. And maybe about 2 weeks ago, Hester goes, guys, like Flynn's at the goal line. And the thought crossed my head, which goal line? Because I'm like, so you actually got to do that. I'm like, wait, there's 2 of them. Which goal line? But I'm not saying this to suck up to Matt because he's not listening. He's getting on a plane.
Is he?
I had told Victoria.
We don't actually know where he's at.
He doesn't
They
either.
sent me a picture from Barstool Scottsdale last night.
Okay.
And I said, wow, what are we? We're just full role reversal here. What's going on?
Yes.
Did Matt House even get a look? No. We did not talk Matt House.
No.
A lot of people know I hate change. Like if you listen to the show Wednesday, you know that I have kind of taken this somewhat hard. But, I was talking to Victoria about it like the day you told us. I was like, hey, look, you can't tell anybody, but like this is what's going on at work. Like it's going to be different. And she goes, who's the one person that wouldn't make you mad? And my answer was Matt Flynn. I was like, it's a perfect fit. I'm excited. I know Alondra's excited too. I mean, she can talk more about it, but like, this is great. This is great.
I think whenever we were starting to talk about it, I was like, hear me out. And this was probably the first time I said, hear me out. And Jake was like, oh, okay, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But I was like, I know this is a long shot, but the only person I can think of is Matt Flynn. And ended up working out, obviously.
Let's go.
We're all gonna. Oh yeah, well, he said Flynn was at the goal line. I was like, can we do a little tush push? Like, what are we doing? But I
give it to Hester.
Obviously, I'm gonna miss T-Bob so much, but I'm very, very excited for Matt to be joining us.
Me too.
Yo, I am not kidding, and I hope T-Bob doesn't think I'm kidding. I'm making this man come on this show still.
Yeah, he has to.
yeah, definitely.
Like, if you don't answer, though.
Can you imagine,
text messages?
After
well,
big LSU
guys,
win?
I'm getting a lot of messages now, so I'll try my best.
I'm going to text. I'm just going to actually start texting Caitlin to, hey,
Caitlin
can you
be
ask
his agent?
Can you ask T-Bob to look at his phone?
Still, the saddest thing that's probably going to happen today is going to be getting kicked out of the group chat. Which again is not something.
No, we're going to keep ours.
Hey, we talked.
Is that
we're going to keep our group chat.
You don't have a say, sir. We're keeping yours that you're in, that we all have so much fun in, is going to be Off the Bench. And the one that Matt's a part of is OTB.
Okay. I'm in.
And
all right, cool.
I wrote 18 greater than 15 in that one.
Hell yeah. Okay,
so no, we're gonna have two. I know typically when somebody moves on from the show, we take them out of the group chat, add whoever. Not doing that. Can't do it to you.
No.
You're staying in. Sorry. I'm sure you'll respond once every.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at it now.
You know, and you're gonna have new group chats that you have to be a part of.
We'll
so,
send memes. We'll just have memes.
Yeah, for
upon
sure.
memes.
So, I mean, it's kind of what we do now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chris asked if I'm going to switch sides of the desk. So normally when it's just me, like I still sit here because I like this seat. This is my seat.
Yeah.
I am moving over there because of this god dang air conditioner.
Bruh.
This AC vent. So yeah, I will move over there and make Flynn actually freeze his you know what off because I've done it for 5 years.
We'll get to some of these other super chats a bit later on, but a couple of Flynn related here. A couple ones from DJ Trauma Gaming. Yes, Flynn will kill the Saints. I mean, true. He will keep it way more. You know, he's not going to pump the sunshine or maybe look so optimistically as I do. Also, at hour number 2, and Flynn is still stuck in traffic. True.
Sending the same picture that he sent me for like 3 years. Hey, man.
Doing the fake honk thing.
Oh,
hey!
the 10-12 split. I was like,
way!
dude, you sent me the same picture 2 weeks ago.
The thing is, though, dude, the 10-12 split is kind of healed.
Well, and also, he's going to have to,
the college drive exit,
he's
like
gonna
how
have to
they've
get
done
a new
that.
pick,
Yeah,
though.
it's kind
He's
of
going to have to get a new pick.
dude.
It looks
What?
different now. He's going to have to get a new
he's
picture.
gonna have to get a new picture, absolutely.
No,
Does
that
Matt-
Slappy will still send the same one.
Yeah. Does he have a NBA team?
Yeah, the Pelicans.
Mavericks, I
No, I'm
think.
just kidding. I don't
The
know.
Mavs?
Yeah,
I think I
Mavericks.
can recruit him to my side.
Oh, you're Texan.
Oh, we're both Texans.
I didn't even think
That's
about
so true.
that.
That's the
I was
only,
just trying to get
that's
another
the only
Texan in
downside.
here.
Yeah, that's the only downside. Congratulations.
We might need to rethink this.
Y'all are now being cucked
We're
by
still
Texas.
2-2, Louisiana, Texas.
And I know
so-
somebody in chat's about to say 3 because Hester's from Shreveport. Go ahead and get it out of the way.
I cannot believe that y'all would take a Louisiana show and let Texas just take it over.
That's
as if
the
they don't
only
have
reason
enough.
why I suggested
As
Matt
if they
Flynn.
don't
We
have
need another
enough.
Texan in here.
Flestering is now bobbering.
Wait,
Yeah,
yes.
flobbering. That's awesome though. All right, well, coming up next, it's time to celebrate with one of my best friends, Rivs, here in studio, and we are going to crack open bottles of champagne. The champagne shenanigans are beginning now, so let's have some fun.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McCurdy, injury attorneys, there for you when you need them. Need somebody who's going to stand up to the big insurance companies. Fight. T-Bow acting like he's not from Georgia. True. It's not Texas, though. It's not Texas, though, you know? That's the thing.
I didn't even think about that. He was born here, though. He was born
True.
here.
Also
Born
true. I mean,
here.
I've lived here 22 years of my 36.
Yeah. On your football card,
It's a
it would
pretty good
say
percentage.
New Orleans.
Yeah, hometown.
Yeah.
Marrero.
Where you were born.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
where I was
Marrero.
born. No, New Orleans.
Chalmette?
It was actually New Orleans. Was it actually New Orleans? I don't know.
Chalmette.
It wasn't Chalmette.
Where Gordon is as well.
I mean, I was shot into a medical cup at a La Quinta Inn.
In Gretna?
I don't know. I don't know if it was in Gretna or not. But anyway, get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon Injury Attorneys.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Back at it, where sports talk meets pure chaos. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Katie for LSU says, T-Bob, can you ask Lab to let you pick the replacement spot at school? Too soon? I need my grandson in. There are open spots now. A couple of them. So what you just heard was the champagne bottle being popped. As for many years now, on Fridays, we have done champagne shenanigans with Rivers Huey, where we drink champagne and have fun and kind of close out the week just with nonsense and madness.
Right over all the electrical stuff.
And
guarantee stuff. Not my
and Rivers, of course, very appropriate to be here as she was a massive part of Off the Bench throughout, but also like especially in the beginning, producing the show, help make the show back in the day, and then went and did the Jordy Collada show, which is a very emotional time for everybody involved, and then eventually again found her way back here on Fridays, and now is helping to run a part of LouisianaSports.net and doing a great job with the website. They're absolutely killing. If you're not going there every day. Rivs, what's up?
In fact, go there right now. We have a press release out about Matt Flynn joining the team. So go share that on social so everybody knows to tune in for their first day.
Roger
Congrats.
says...
I'm so happy for
Thank
you.
you.
Happy for the team.
He says, can we get OTB?
2nd, right?
June 2nd.
June 2nd.
Yep.
So tune in here.
Ha!
Maybe
Jake
Flynn
has
will be
to
here.
host 2 weeks alone.
1 week.
Have fun. Oh, yeah, 1 week. Taylor's doing
Taylor's
the
got
other
to
week.
do the other week.
Well, don't worry. Taylor could do 2 weeks right now if you told him he had to.
If you said, hey, 2 weeks
Easily.
content
It was
now.
like, got it. He could actually
Cracks his
probably, y'all could
knuckles.
probably just leave right now. And
We probably could. Flynn does have, this is going to be funny because it's going to like kind of, everybody's like, is he going to show up? He does have vacations already planned in June. So June's going to be all
Well,
spotty.
wait, but to be fair, look, in Flynn's defense on this, I don't know, like, whatever, but that happens. Like,
All the
starting
time,
a job
dude.
in the summer is hard because you
Yeah.
probably do already have summer
He turns
vacation.
Trust me,
40.
I've had to
He
cancel.
turns 40 in June.
I've had to cancel multiple family trips because
Right.
like I can't show up to my new job
Yeah.
and be like, hey, I
Yeah.
got to go on vacation.
Unless you're Matt Flynn.
Well, it's a bit different setting, I would say.
I
It's a
know,
bit,
yeah,
it's a
for
bit
sure.
different setting for sure.
Well, I'm happy to be here and I'm sad to be here. I'm going to get all my sad stuff out of the way early so then we can just drink champagne and have fun. But, Jake's mentioned this. You gave us a lot of time to acknowledge that this was happening and to get ready. I have spent that time ignoring it. But what I also did was look back through my phone over videos and pictures. And what I realized is that on my phone, other than my children, Grant and Estelle, the other person that I have the most videos and photos of are you. I basically have just been following you around, documenting your life for the last 8 years. But what I thought would be fun is to put together some of my favorite clips from Champagne Shenanigans and just, that I could find since I've been here, and put it together into a little clip. So Taylor has that, so we'll play that now.
Crazy how emotional I think that scene makes me, but it's fantastically acted, and
I was just thinking,
legitimately crazy.
I was
dude,
just thinking that you're about to start talking about it, and I'm going to start crying. And I was like, what happens if I start crying on this podcast?
Oh,
I don't do any
live in a state
over
where
the
you
counter
can buy
stuff.
Sudafed. You need to go buy Sudafed.
Sudafed, is that the play?
Yeah.
What about Mucinex?
Mucinex.
Is it not Mucinex?
No.
Nope.
We
There
sure
is
about
no
that?
Mucinex. It's like it's Jif.
But it's mucus.
Yeah, but it's just Mucinex. That's
Have you
okay.
seen one of the original off-the-bench criticisms that she had of my style was my affinity for thong sandals. I love thong sandals.
Really?
I think they are wonderful. I
Between
think,
your toes.
Yep. Yep.
You're correct. Those are better than
Thank you.
slides.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they are.
What's
Nick
our next
Saban,
step here?
He's an acolyte of Berkowitz. He is directly involved. He might drink the blood of tiny children
One
or
of
small
these German
animals.
shepherds.
Yeah, he
Or
absolutely would not be surprised. Wow, shocking.
I mean, I
from
think
Nick
that
Saban
they
there.
could possibly be reopening the Berkowitz case. It's not looking good for Saban.
You got to talk to Saban immediately. Capris are awkward. They exist in a middle ground.
And 7th grade is a weird time in your
Yeah,
life.
I mean, you know what? Actually, like, 7th grade is the Capris of your lifetime. Your promotion that's huge. Whoa, no way, a kid? Congrats, dude. Welcome to the club. Hey, kindergarten, no joke. A lot very tough to graduate from, okay? You made it. Good job. You got your license? What? Let's go, dude.
So I think LSU is that girl or guy, whichever version you're watching, who gets just like a little too drunk on
Yes,
that
the first
night.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Was LSU gets too drunk
I
on the
don't
first night,
know.
embarrasses himself a little bit.
I don't think
they
it
make
kicks
the
off.
cut. No,
You
they
think?
don't. No, they
I
don't
think
get
they
kicked
get
off.
too drunk, but then the next day they're like, ooh, my bad.
They make the first cut because
Yeah.
there's enough there. They're like good looking. They seem a little fun, but they just went too hard and they got a little sloppy.
Put out.
Oh my gosh. That actually scared me.
Why? I do it every week. I mean, it's tough though because it is Mark Poops, and I hate to trust him, but then it's also Zach Fartnett, and so I don't know
I
exactly.
think that you
what
want me to laugh at it. I think that I was the
Well,
only
I
one
wanna
who
make
didn't
sure you
laugh,
heard it. I wanna
and
make
you
sure
wanted
you
me
heard
to
it 'cause you
laugh.
didn't like
I
it.
did
You
hear
didn't
it.
hear last time you were talking,
I heard it. No,
so
I
I needed
heard
to
it. Whatever.
And the worst part is when you know, like, you're kind of talking to her, but you're just like one of many windows, and
You
you're-
are one of
and-
10.
Yeah, and we all have multiple windows up, but you know, you're having like a, oh man, this weather's crazy conversation, and your boys over there like, hey, want to make out at Blue Crush this weekend, and I'm sitting there. Like, are you going to the game tonight? Yeah.
It makes my heart break for you,
geez.
T-Bob.
I know.
Louisiana Punk wasn't getting any love.
I just want to know if you're going to the game tonight.
See you at the game.
Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings?
No.
Have you ever seen Star Wars?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I'm not too sure.
Okay. It's okay. You can't lose to Jackson Fart.
That's the first time you've done that.
Wait,
this
wait,
week.
wait, wait. Hold on. How about
Oh,
this?
really?
But I
The
just made
first
up-
time he's used, I've been waiting for him to use Jackson Fart. Like
Because he
all
tweeted
week
it last week.
long.
I sent him a text
I know.
message about it.
You better how about this one that I just made up 5 seconds ago?
Okay.
Lane sniffing.
It's not funny at all.
He's also had Eli. He's
Lane Sniffin loves Jackson Fart. He loves sniffing farts.
he also had Eli drink piss.
Eli drink piss to go along with Mark Poops.
Okay.
I mean, oh yeah, look at that.
T-Bub's gonna.
Oh yeah, is he just cooking up right there on Tennessee?
Yeah.
Oh man, what's he cooking?
I guess
I can't read. What's above
Tennessee, I
Kentucky?
guess, is the grill.
He's cooking Indiana and Ohio.
Boy, just living a little Indiana and Ohio. I see you, Chef Mimmel. My dog. There's no Tennessee video this year. No, we're gonna hold off till the playoffs. We're just gonna chill out in the playoff a little bit, man. No, chill
You
out,
saw,
relax.
You saw Tennessee on that map.
Relax. Yeah, exactly. They're bringing a big bat to bear this weekend.
By the way, guys, Rivers literally just turned the camera on and said, "Do something."
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what
Wedding
you
crashers,
want from
I
us.
don't know.
The same woman who decorated the table with 3 Mardi Gras beads.
Booty rocking everywhere. Listening to Bubba Starks in Starkville.
Sparks.
Bubba Starks.
Oh, you almost nailed it.
Well, but no, I actually think Bubba Starks plays.
No,
you were in
yeah.
Starkville.
Yeah, but you didn't mean
Bubba
it,
Starks.
though.
You didn't mean
No,
it,
it was
though.
a Freudian slip.
Check it out. ESPN Radio back there. Eli Manning back there. I know one thing about Eli Manning. My high school football coach told me he has a hog as a pet named Frankie. How about that?
Welcome back! Hour 3 of Off the Bench! I have a Batman mask on right now, if anybody's wondering.
Dude, oh my God, Rivers, thank you so much.
Could have added a million videos to that. I know. And then I felt bad because I was like, I should include everybody. But then the video started getting like 20 minutes long. I didn't know what to do. I was like, this will just be the whole hour, just clips of T-Bob.
Vitamin C song, dude.
It was so good. But also wrote this down. I wanted to say this. I watched it. I watched the hour where you announced it, and I saw everybody having a lot of trouble in here. So with their words. So I wrote mine down. I learned a lesson from everyone. And so I wanted to read this to you and get it out of the way, and then we can just drink champagne and have fun. So, T-Bob, we started on Off the Bench just 2 months apart. I joined the show on a whim, but almost immediately I knew it was where I was meant to be, and that is because of you. You welcomed me so easily, like I'd always been there, and while I'd like to think it was because of my work ethic or producer instincts, I know deep down it's probably because I laughed at every single one of your jokes, loudly, often, relentlessly. There are so many old clips where I'm just a faint laugh track behind the glass on the second floor studio. But those laughs were real. Working with you was and always has been genuinely fun. It's still wild to me sometimes how life brought us here. Growing up, I heard my dad talk about your dad, Bobby, like he was a living legend. My dad became a Saints fan because of my great-grandmother, Estelle, who adored your dad and who my daughter is now named after. I think if she were alive today and knew that T-Bob Hebert was one of my best friends, her brain might malfunction. Life is really funny like that. You were never just a coworker. You were someone who believed in me, especially when I didn't believe in myself. You invited me into spaces I didn't think I belonged in, media days, pro days, player and coach interviews, until everyone else just got used to me being there. You made space for me in an industry that does not always make that easy. You made it normal for me to be fully myself, and everyone accepted that because you did. Over the years, we tried every weird segment and podcast idea under the sun. Pelicans 60, Real Friends, Would You Rather Wednesday, the post-show show, RIP. Some hit and some flopped. Most flopped. But all of them were ours. They were all ours. Then came champagne shenanigans. We drank champagne. We fought about flip-flops. We made some really bad tier lists, and we laughed so much. Eventually, we swapped the 2 bottles of champagne, although we're doing that today, for coffee. Not because we got less fun, but because we are not unable to evolve into reasonable adults. You welcomed me back to off the bench after I had kids at a time when I felt like I was falling apart, trying to balance motherhood and my identity. I didn't know where I fit anymore, but you reminded me that I still mattered, that I was still me, and that I always had a place here. I don't think you know how much that meant to me to help me find my way again. You've been there on my birthdays and my kids' birthdays, on days where I felt like the world was too much, and on days where everything felt just right. You're one of my favorite people to travel with, even though your uneven legs mean we have to walk at half my speed. But you've taught me to slow down, take it in, enjoy the moment. And while we walk through places like Mobile or Nashville or Dallas, we talk about dreams, kids, Roman empires, vampire lore, and whatever nonsense our brains latch onto. We've spent so much time together that some days it really does feel like you're an extension of my own thoughts. And now you're leaving. I've avoided this moment. I've ignored it, tiptoed around it, hoping that if I didn't say it out loud, it wouldn't be real. But here we are, and the truth is, I'm so proud of you, and I always have been, because you are meant for a bigger stage, a wider audience, and a life filled with even more creative chaos. You have always made people laugh, think, and feel a little bit better about the world. That is what you do. And now even more people get to experience it. So as I watch you, Caitlin, Alice, Odie, and Bobby head off into this next chapter, I'm going to be sad, of course, but more than anything, I'm going to be excited for what's to come because I know what the rest of the world is about to find out. You are one of the great ones. And the good news is you're really never gone. You're just getting started. We'll be right here cheering you on always.
Oh, man.
So that's all the sad stuff I have, and now we can drink champagne.
Thank you, guys.
I'm really gonna miss you. It was important to me to write that down because I didn't want to get up here and start to ramble and forget something or miss. But you have been a huge part of my life for almost a decade, and I talk to you every day. And that doesn't mean that you leaving doesn't have to change that. We will also talk to you. So we're all proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you do.
I love you, Revs. I love you, Jake. I love you, Alondra. I love you, Taylor. I really do, guys.
So now shove that champagne.
I'm just very, very great. Again, I keep telling people it's a very weird, contradictory experience because you simultaneously you're kind of excited about stuff, but then it's you're leaving a lot of bubbles behind. Like I mentioned, I have like my whatever, like all these different circles, but no circle's more important than this one. And you guys just been so nice and so encouraging, and it's like it's made me feel so good, overwhelming. Like Alondra, the message you sent me, and Taylor, you Wednesday, and Jake, you when we were talking about it. I mean, y'all have just been, I don't know, man. It's times like this where I just like I really just sit back and I thank God that I've been blessed enough to have people like y'all in my life and get to know y'all and get to work with y'all, because it is really, that's just really, I don't know, it's just really kind.
Well, and I know that you were like, I want to announce this on Wednesday, not Monday, because you don't want it to be drawn out and whatever. And I was like, I think people want to celebrate you, but I think it's because I don't even think you realize how many people that you have touched and affected. And it was interesting. Last night, I went to like a girls' night out with a bunch of women I didn't even know. Like, I had like one friend there, and she invited me along, and it was all her friends. And I was sitting there, and one of them was like, oh, wow, wait, I know you. You're on the radio. You're like, my husband makes me watch. And, well, I'll shout him out later. I want to make sure I shout him out. But she was like, my husband makes me listen. She was like, oh my gosh, T-Bob's leaving. That's so sad. And so then me and like 6 women that I don't even know are sitting there. We talked about you for 45 minutes. And one of them listens to you on the radio. We're up. She listens to you because of her husband. But you know what? One of the other women, Whitney, who actually owns the children's shop in Electric Depot.
It's a cool spot.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. She does work with Dreams Come True. And she was just talking about you as an MC for those events and how
it's a great organization.
How much you affect how much money they raise. Like, she gave you so much credit but so I was just sitting there and I was like, how crazy. It's like all these women who T-Bob's never met. I mean, maybe the Whitney from Dreams Come True, but otherwise all these women are just talking about how wonderful he is and how much they're going to miss him. And I'm just glad that you are getting this outpouring so you can start to see in a tangible way, like how much that you mean to people.
It's been very validating and kind of overwhelming in that regard. And again, I'm just very thankful. It's very kind, guys.
And now your audience is going to be even wider.
Yeah.
More people are going to love you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Or hate you. That's Marshall.
Who knows? Yeah, exactly right. No, they're about to step into the cesspool of the internet in many ways.
I'm going to have to be yelling at people on Twitter that I don't even know. I'm going to be making fun of their profile picture.
Oh, man.
But I'll do it.
I'm just happy that picture of you in Mississippi State gear is going to see a wider audience.
Oh, for sure
God.
it is.
Brandon Walker's already hitting me with it.
Yeah.
Hard.
You thought
but
Kevin
guess
Mawai
what?
was mad.
So we talked about the age of unreality and how good deepfakes are getting.
People think it's not real.
So all I had to do yesterday, I just tweeted, "This is AI." And everybody believes it.
I wish I had seen that. I would have called you out.
Nowadays, no one knows. They're like, okay, it's AI. He really wasn't dumb enough to show up in full Mississippi State gear and go tailgating all day in Starkville in Mississippi State gear, right? That definitely did not happen.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely did not have my childhood hero, Kevin Mawai, call me out on Twitter and basically call me a loser, saying I would never do anything. That definitely, none of that ever happened.
Yeah.
But hey, you overcame that.
Yeah, I guess so. Golly,
Look
man.
at me, Kevin.
Jeez, dude. Yeah. Where you at now, Kev? I'm just kidding. I still love Kevin Mawai. I'll never forget when he signed a $16 million 4-year contract back in the day.
That's big.
Showing that you get paid as a sinner, man. Now, I signed for $500, so I never got paid. But you can get paid.
I like this one. Every iteration of this show, when someone leaves, we find out the day of. The fact that we have days to digest this seems to make it harder. T-Bob's swan song hits you right in the gut. We made T-Bob do
I know.
Yeah, I know. My plan was to tell y'all at the beginning of today, and then it was going to be over at the end.
No chance.
So, no, y'all right.
There was no chance we could do that.
In the end.
You've been here too long, mean too much to too many people. There's no way we could be like, oh, yeah, guess what? This is T-Bob's last show. So we did get Wednesday out of you, and I'm glad we did because, like Rivers said, and I agree, sometimes I don't think you realize what you mean to so many people and how good you are at this job, but also just talking with people. Like you and I did the lab school deal, the gala there, and we meet with these women, and they're talking about, and like T-Bob's like so good at handling that and listening to them and knowing exactly what they wanted to get done. And then we go do the gala, and we raise more money than they ever have. But it was because T-Bob. Like, T-Bob was out there getting money, yelling at people, talking about, having a couple cold pops
You're
after.
the best MC of all time.
So things like that. We wanted, like, I'm glad we did because I'm glad that you got to experience what we all get to experience when we go out and talk about T-Bob, is the fact that so many people do love you here in this city, this state.
I mean, I can't walk anywhere with you.
It's very
Because everybody wants to talk to you. Alondra was talking about, she was like, I didn't realize how big of a deal T-Bob was until I was in Vegas with him. And like it is, it's like true.
There's never a spot to be with T-Bob.
Anywhere you go, people are going to stop you. I can't get anywhere with T-Bob.
If y'all remember, like T-Bob announced it, Wednesday at the beginning of the hour. I cut that and posted it on Twitter. I've been kind of watching it. That video has 77,000 views, but T-Bob, the original post that was made, like the article that was put out when you announced it, I've been following this one too. It is at 644,000 views.
That's crazy.
Just on Twitter. So
You broke our website. You broke LouisianaSports.net.
I'm not going to take credit for that. That was Big Cat. That was Big Cat.
Because you continued to break it. People are continuing to come back.
Yeah.
Like every day, our numbers have been high for the last however many days because of you.
And this man was going to try to do it the
Trying
morning
to do
of.
it on Friday. I sat in that. He told me that. I was standing in his office. I said, no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Did. And then I was like, okay, Thursday. Then Alondra too was like, no.
What about
Wednesday?
Nah.
Perfect middle ground.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Thank you.
Well, we don't have to do the sad stuff.
No. I know. We'll get back to.
But we love you.
Having fun.
And
I love all of y'all
everyone
very
loves you. And I'm
much.
glad that everyone is getting to tell you that.
if that's the case, we could just do the next video coming back in because there's one more. There's one more. I was gonna wait till the second to last segment, but we can just do it.
Let's do it.
I gotta be honest.
We can have a fun hour. We can have a fun hour 3. We can do it.
I have a gift for you, but I'm not giving it to you today. That's gonna stay later on when we got something else planned because. This already in this.
All right. More off the bench when we get back.
Off the bench.
What are we at segment 2? Dos Equis. Guys, I apologize. You'll have a lot of commercials coming your way over the next 20 minutes. Dos Equis, guys, if you want to cry with your friends and have them be very nice to you, well, there's no better beer to do that with than Dos Equis. But seriously, a huge shout out to all of the sponsors of this show. It's what makes this show go. If you've enjoyed the show, every single sponsor that you hear people talk about, I know it's very easy to tune out, right? But like every single sponsor you hear us talk about are why the show's able to exist. So, support it, and that includes supporting Dos Equis by drinking Dos Equis, which like what? You can help the show by drinking beer. Duh. That sounds like a great plan. Go for Dos. Drink, enjoy responsibly. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website, LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net, powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Hey T-Bob, just want to wish you good luck in your new endeavor in Chicago and Chi-Town at Barstool. Thank you for always welcoming me and just being the absolute best to me. You're always so good to me, and I will never forget that. And I love you, and I'm going to miss you so much, but I know you're going to go do great things in Chicago and at Barstool. And like you said, who knows what the future holds. So good luck and love you, and I'm going to miss you.
T-Bob, headed to Chicago. Very, very proud of you. Very happy for you. Gonna miss you a ton. If you need Wrigleyville spots, you can probably ask all your coworkers who will know, but I can't help. And when I come up, I need you to help me with Wrigleyville spots as well. All the best to you and the fam.
Hey T-Bob, good luck at Chicago, man. You deserve the opportunity. We're going to miss you here. It's been a pleasure to work with you, whether it's been OTB, scone and tea, whiskey and wine, any of the things we've been able to collaborate on. Been great. Good luck. We'll catch you down the road.
Hey T-Bob, love you, man. Super excited for this opportunity for you. Gonna miss you, but most of all, I'm happy for you. And man, I really have appreciated having the chance to work with you over these years, man. Best of luck.
My boy, T-Bob, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. From the first time I walked in the door, you gave me a hug. I mean, you finished taking a dump and then gave me a hug. I probably should have seen the red flags there. But like I said, man, you inspired me, bro. Still to this day, you inspire me. We got to get back to our little case race. You've been chickening out on me and running from me, but we're going to settle that in the past. Well, in the future, you can't say. So I just want to wish you and your family well, man, on your next journey. We're still rooting for you, baby. come back down whenever you want to, but you still got a home with us, man. Love you, bro.
Yo, T-Bob, I am beyond proud of you, brother. Barstool's getting one of the most talented, entertaining, and absolutely ridiculous humans I know. I'll miss the daily chaos, the deep dive into Star Wars, and then pivoting into LSU football, and your ability to somehow be the smartest and most unpredictable person in every room. Go crush it in Chicago, but do not forget about us little people who still have to wake up at 5 a.m., right? We're still here. Anytime you want to call in, we're going to answer that phone, my guy. Love you, brother.
T-Bob, you have been more to me than just a coworker or a co-host. You've been my teammate. You've been my hype man. You have been one of my very best friends, and I'm going to miss the chaos. I'm going to miss the champagne on Fridays. I'm going to miss walking around Mobile and Dallas and Atlanta, wherever with you, the deep dives. But most of all, I'm going to miss you. So go make them laugh, but remember, we will always be here.
Well, T, can you believe it? We convinced people for nearly a decade that we hated each other. I'm not going to go that route here. I'm just going to tell you how proud of you that I am. You deserve every opportunity that's come your way. I would wish you good luck, but you don't need it. You're going to crush it. I know you're going to be great. I'm fired up for you and for your family for this new opportunity. And you know how much I love this radio station. For that, I am so grateful for all the effort that you have put in, everything you've given of yourself for nearly a decade to make this place better, and you leave it much better than it was when you got here. So sincerely, thank you for that. We won't mention your first stint at Guarantee. But in all seriousness, I love you, and I'll always be in your cheering section.
T-Bob, as hard as this is to believe, man, I can't think of anything to say. It's probably the first time that's ever happened to me in, well, ever. Did you hear that? It's silence. Nobody's out there telling me to shut up. Look, you and I, we've had this back and forth banter on the radio. That's probably the thing I'm going to miss the most, man. It's going to be a big change, but I am super excited for you. As sad as I am to see you leave, this is an excellent opportunity for you. This is a perfect fit for you. I'm really excited to see what you can do. And I know that, I've relayed this to you over the past couple of weeks, just the other day, as a matter of fact, that you've meant so much to me over the past few years. You've been a mentor to me, a friend to me. A lot of the opportunities that I have here at Guarantee is because of you. I come to you anytime any self-doubt sets in. You have given me advice. You've never steered me wrong. And I know that, look, when I make that phone call to you, it'll probably be pretty soon. You better answer the phone. I'll need some advice for sure before too much longer. But look, I love you, man. I'm going to miss you. Hell, we're all going to miss you. But obviously, good luck in Chicago, bud.
Thank you, guys. Let's just go to break. I can't talk.
Off the bench.
Carl Dunn says, T-Bob cried at my wedding 12 years ago. I did. It was a beautiful wedding. I cried almost all weddings. I love weddings.
I did. Who's next?
Rouse's, which I guess there's no better way to no. I want to talk about this because I got to talk about my friend John, because this job leaves such
for sure
interesting relationships, and I've been parked outside of a Rouse's damn near weekly since 2019, and there's a guy that parks carts there, John. And at first, we're hanging out, we're talking, and little did I know that this man would become legitimately one of the better friends in my best friends in my entire life, someone who I consider family. And so, John, I know we've been texting, I know we've talked about the move and everything. I'm gonna keep going, Alondra, so you can it's all good. But just know I love you, man, and we're gonna stay in touch.
Yep.
And if you ever see John, give him a shout out. John's got an incredible quirk. He experiences pop culture 35 years before today's date. So for him, it is May 16th, 1990, and he will not watch or listen to anything that has not come out until that moment. Even when something comes out in theaters, he'll watch it once, and he won't watch it again until it's released on VHS. So give him a shout out, and he can tell you so many interesting things about what used to be, he's the best. And thank you to Rouse's, because every week was some of the most joy I've ever had has been giving out $100 gift cards to people. It just makes people's weekends. And I finally actually gave Jake one. Yes. I finally actually gave Jake one of mine. All right. More to be next.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet.
Back from the break, where the sports talk gets real. Kinda. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
So wait, hang on. We're on. So like, if there's something, I'm gonna just start talking because we have a minute left, and y'all are dealing with like a champagne crisis. So like,
Here.
yeah, it's fine. But we're back.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I don't even know like
Hello.
the clock. Like I don't even know where we're at, how we're gonna make up for it.
We're in the last segment, so we have a minute.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We kind of made up for it. I didn't
yeah.
think there was any
We're
chance that
giving
we would.
T-Bob a moment. He spilled some champagne in excitement. And
So excited.
he's
so
like, before
excited
I
for
leave
this
here,
new
I'm going to
bottle.
break all the equipment.
Like Taylor said, the time he spent the entire coffee, and there was a policeman who
Oh,
showed up
bro.
with coffee because he heard
Oh,
T-Bob
yeah.
spilt his coffee, and he was so sad.
I almost
So
included...
if you want to show up with
that's
drinks
the
for T-Bob,
beauty. That's the beauty of this
Being on the
show
radio.
and this community, and just how kind everybody is. That somebody would do something like that is just, I don't know, man.
Well,
It's just indicative of what today's all about.
I wanted to include the video of you and Jake and you opening the Coors Light and spilling it all over the equipment.
Oh, yeah.
Just to prove that you did actually do it, but you are cussing throughout it. So it was very difficult to
Me?
include.
No way, dude.
you make that?
No, I don't. I'm not right-handed.
Oh,
though.
wait,
I'm
really quick.
left-handed.
I know that everybody was like, what? Well, I don't know.
Another hour.
Okay.
Later.
Hour 3 next.
Later.
Hour 3
Off
next.
the bench.
I spilled all over the live sheet. What are we at?
Goodwood.
YourGoodwood.com. Guys, let me talk to you about boners one more time. Okay? Because I love him and I believe in him and I want us all to have him. Okay? And so if you're not getting boners anymore, it's time to get him again. by going to Goodwood. It's that easy. The problem is ED can be a vicious cycle, you know, because it's not happening and you get embarrassed. But you're embarrassed to talk about it, so you don't do anything about it. So what happens then? It continues to not happen. And then you get more embarrassed. Break the cycle. Get hard. Get boners. With Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. You're Goodwood.com. You go to your labs draw. It doesn't have to be boners. Could be like maybe you're low T, low energy, whatever. We're going to customize a plan for you. Go to yourgoodwood.com.
There it is. The extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Friday, May 16th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 90. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll close out this Friday with one final Champagne Shenanigans. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert. Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Oh, my God, guys.
Champagne Shenanigans!
Yeah.
And last one.
There's so much stuff that I love right now. I love all of y'all. Everything y'all said is overwhelmingly kind. And then I love this. Zachary in the chat says, I'm going to get boner treatment and drive my all-star Toyota rental car straight up to Chicago for T-Bob's first day. Then Anthony says, dude, I'm in traffic. Had to turn it down because my windows are down. The old lady looked over when she heard, get boners. And then this, I mean, stuff like this, man. And this is someone who doesn't normally comment here because I don't recognize the name. But Mitch, I can't read. It's because the tears while my eyes going bad. But he says, thanks for everything, T. We've listened to y'all every morning going to school. My son Jake actually cried this morning when he found out you were leaving Godspeed. But I guess the thing about it is when I was growing up, and this is something that I'm not going to be doing anymore as much, I don't think, at least. But when I was growing up, like, I loved radio morning shows.
Mm-hmm.
It was my favorite part of going to school. I remember I lived next to the guy who hosted on Star 94 back in Atlanta, like the kind of pop music, like kind of like a Murphy, Sam, and Jody type vibe.
Oh, man.
Yeah, don't even say the name on here.
That's right. You sons. Oh, God.
T-Bob, if I find out you're lying about Barstool and you're just going to work at Murphy Sam,
that would be the best twist.
We're going to turn on the radio and they're going to be like, welcome in T-Bob. He's like, no, I have to change my name.
Yeah.
No, but I just thank you, man, for saying that more. Like those are my memories growing up. And then like I remember they showed Toucher Jimmy Leslie. And like Toucher was this kind of shock jock guy. And admittedly too much. Like when and Rivs, this will appall you.
Can't wait.
When Half-Blood Prince came out.
Oh, no.
He accidentally spoiled the ending. And people got mad at him, and then so he spoiled it every single segment of the show. It was awful.
I hate that person.
I hate him too. I used to think he was very funny. You should not do that.
Don't do that.
Thankfully, I had read it in a day. I had locked myself in my room and I finished it at like 2 a.m.
If you're not a real one and you hadn't finished it in a day.
No. I finished it at like 2 or 3 a.m. and was blown away as well. But yes, I'll never forget that. Not that I don't know why I'm even bringing that up. Just because I guess I used to love that morning show.
Hey, shout out to any women who are listening right now because I did have several women say they were going to listen to my segment 9 a.m.
Let's go.
And I was like, cool. So you showed up for one, Heather McMahon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the only time we had women listen to the show.
I know. I was talking to them about that last night.
Whoa!
Oh my God! Did you break something that time?
No, but okay. So you told
T-Bob,
me
we
this.
still have to work here, dude. Stop breaking
You
stuff.
told me this was real. No, you told me. So normally
this is
we
real
just
champagne. We are legitimately doing champagne shenanigans today.
I didn't even press that.
Shout out Martin's Wine Cellar over there on Jefferson. I talked to a guy there. Good champagne. We got it. We're doing it.
So normally we're drinking Prosecco.
Yeah, normally we're drinking the cheap stuff.
But I took the wires off, and that thing, this is bubbly.
They went to Goodwood.
That thing popped hard. And now I've got
it all. You were leaving.
And now I've got it all over my leg. I'm soaked. What were you saying?
There's too many jokes. Like, way too many.
I
don't know. Too many
know.
jokes with it's all over my leg. Goodwood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All the ladies. Okay, so the ladies last night said they were going to be listening in for you, and I was talking to them, and I was like, I don't appreciate this.
Yeah.
I've been on the radio for like almost 8 years, and the only time you've listened is Heather McMahon and T-Bob leaving.
Hell yeah.
And then one of them, I forgot this earlier when I was talking about all the women just talking about you and how wonderful you are.
It's very
one
kind.
of them doesn't even know you from radio or like emceeing things. She knows T-Bob as one of the dancers from the Nutcracker.
Let's go, dude.
That is how she knows T-Bob. And I think that's incredible. You cover so many bases in this community. It is out of control.
Who is she? Well, we can talk about it. It doesn't matter.
Well,
that is.
But yes, you follow and so again, not to rehash and make you sad again, but like you just cover so many bases. So many people know you for so many different things, and they love you. But I do want to do this before I forget. So last night when I was talking to one of the women, Allie, she's the one that sat down, and she was like, wait, I know you. She's like, I know your voice. She's like, my husband has made me watch your videos. He's like, he follows you on Twitter. He listens to T-Bob and Jake in the mornings. He's like, he listens to every hour. He makes me listen to every hour when we drive to Houston. We have to listen to the podcast, like always. So shout out to Matt Smith. That is such a
Shout out,
generic
Matt.
name. I am so sorry that you have
Wait,
a
is
generic
it
name.
Matt? Yeah.
I don't know that you were going to know which
I
Matt
feel like
Smith I'm
Matt
talking.
Smith has been in the chat before, but again,
I don't
probably
know if
a couple
that's
of
the
Matt
Smith in the
Smiths.
chat,
Yeah,
but if
yeah.
you are Matt Smith and your wife is named Allie, shout out to you for bringing more women into this show.
Hell yeah, Matt.
We
That is
appreciate you.
that is one of the funniest refrains that I get talking to people is specifically interacting with women. Where
This is good,
they'll
by
do
the
it.
way.
This is very good. I just took a sip.
Okay,
this
it's-
is very good champagne.
Wow, okay.
Clément.
Got it.
Clément.
This isn't that $15 La Marca.
No. But a constant refrain, and I find it to be so funny, is I'll talk to a woman and maybe we're at a setting where like they maybe know that I'm on the radio or something like that, but they hear my voice and they kind of just double take. Wait a second, like I hear you Saturday nights when I'm trying to go to sleep, and you're just yelling the most foul, absurd things I've ever heard. Like so many women have told me about trying to go to sleep on Saturday nights and just hearing me yell F words.
I had a neighbor, I was pulling into on my street, and they're just all out for a walk, a casual walk with their dog, pull me over and be like, roll your window down and be like, you can't keep T-Bob under control. And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking, like, and what are we talking about here? I was like, I'm going to need you to be a little more specific.
A lot of tape.
And
There's a lot of tape
I was
out
like,
there,
I'm
like
gonna
we
need you
said.
to be a little more specific. And they're
Yeah.
like, and she was like, you know, my husband listens to whiskey and wine. I was like, say no more. Say no more. I was like, not my circus, not my monkeys. I don't know about that. But I do know that he's wild.
Yeah, that's when I would get it. I'd be done. We'd call the game. I'd get done with the post game, whatever. And then all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. My phone, I'm like looking down. Did you hear what T-Bob just said? I knew it was whiskey and wine time. I'm like, oh no.
I don't think you'll
the pig,
understand.
The pig was I think was the ultimate.
And which sucks because we had so many more bits planned after the pig, but that's when LSU went on the losing streak. My favorite bit, and Taylor, I don't know if I ever cleared this with you, so I don't think you were going to do it the night.
You were going to be a yell leader.
The yell leader.
But yes, the yell
T-Bob.
leader sitting in the lap, and I was going to spank him and make me get me drinks and stuff. Oh, it would have been so good.
And it looked so good for so long in that game.
I know. It all turned.
He pitched me that idea the day
remember
before
him
the
doing
game. I know it was kind of like a fantasy of his or whatever. We weren't doing the yell leader thing, guys.
I
know it was
had
a
another
fantasy of
lined up.
his.
I had another lined
T-Bob
up.
does have a
You had
lot of
another yell leader?
fantasies.
Yeah, I had another
Was it
yell leader
Musso?
lined up. No, it was not Moose. Though, shout out to Moose, man. I
Hey,
know
he was
Moose,
our intern.
Moose, I was going to say, Moose never wanted to do the mornings.
Hated it.
He
Still
never really
does.
wanted to
but
be
he would
here,
show up.
but he did great. But he showed up. He did the work. He was very knowledgeable. We leaned on him for baseball.
I was
you
going
know.
to say he was our first intern, but he was not.
Who was our first intern?
Our first interns were when we were on the second floor.
Yeah.
DJ Chark
Oh,
and Will
DJ
Clapp
Chark, Will
at the
Clapp.
same
Hey.
time.
Hey, pretty good NFL interns right there, Bob.
I know if you're not
mean-
if you're listeners and you've never or you've never been at the studio and you don't know what our second floor studio looks like, it is a closet that they put a piece of glass in the middle of, and so they could have a producer and they could have host on the other side. So I'm on the producer side, and it's DJ Chark and Will Clapp. Talk about not wanting to be there. Not wanting to be there in the mornings at 6 a.m. And I can remember looking at DJ one time and being like, "Hey, I don't ask a lot of you, but like, could you go get me some coffee?" And they're both looking at me like, "You being serious right now?"
Yeah, I know. Like, come on, guys. You got
And
to
I
do
was
something.
like, I don't even feel like fighting this.
You
So
gotta
I
do
ended up-
something.
I ended up standing up on my chair and having to like climb over these two giant humans to go get coffee. But actually, they ended up being really good interns. Then we had Dougie Fresh. What was his? He was a baseball player. We exclusively called him Dougie Fresh, but Doug.
Oh, Doug Thompson.
Doug Thompson was not our intern.
Doug Thompson's older.
Doug, was
Shout
there
out
Doug?
to
Sorry, no, I got
Notably
distracted.
not my intern.
I didn't know you were talking about interns. So I got distracted because Matt Smith says in the chat,
hey.
it's me. T-Bob, thanks for the bowl game LSU chair and the Beatles plaque. Which is
What's that
interesting. This is a memory from a long time ago when I gave
It's
away
me, Matt Smith.
Wait, what context did I give it away in? But yeah, I gave away a signed Beatles plaque thing that I had and a LSU bowl game chair.
Well, shout out Matt Smith.
Hell yeah,
You've
Matt.
been here for a minute. You're a real one.
But
yes, we had a lot of interns. But Musso, once we moved into this studio and it became a more legit operation, and we had video and all the things, Musso was at LSU, and he came, and he was our intern, and he sat there in the middle of me and Nathan, and he learned all the things. And I can remember finally teaching Musso how to use the board. And you all have worked with Musso, so you know that this is true of him. He's very hard on himself.
He's just like, he's like Dobby. He's like Dobby from Harry Potter. He's just beating the crap out of himself.
I would let him
like,
run the board for
calm
me.
Down, you're fine.
It's fine. And of all the shows too, like off the bench, like he's sitting there, and I'm letting him run the board for me, and he would press like the wrong hotkey or something. Like, who cares? T-Bob does that all the time. Don't be bad. And he would start
deserves to be punished.
Yelling at himself back there, and it was just so much. He wanted it so bad, and so I'm happy that Musso is still here.
Exactly.
He wants it so bad.
It's a sign of passion.
I'll tell you what.
God, when I first started here and I didn't know that about Musso, I just kind of knew Musso, and he just would yell at himself and like curse himself and berate him. I'm like, is he okay? Does he have Tourette's?
So what is funny? That's actually a very Bobby Hebert, well, not senior, junior. It's a Cajun Cannon technique, because he always would like get mad and yell at you when you screwed up, but his justification was he would do the same thing. Like he would yell at himself when he would mess up.
This was like last week. I'm sitting there at my desk, and like Moose, his desk is not far from mine. And like I'm sitting there and I hear him go, "Damn it!" Like really loud. I'm like, "Moose, you okay?" And he's like, "The space bar on my keyboard stuck." I'm like, "Moose, relax, bud." He's just like
that
something
is
like
perfect.
that.
And then we had Nick Ashton.
Oh God, I love Nick. I love
Shout
Nick.
out.
What a great kid.
Oh, I forgot about
the man.
Yeah, shout out.
I
shouldn't
say kid. He's a man now.
He's a man
He's
now,
kid.
Yeah,
But
he
was on.
He worked on our show too. He's y'all's
great.
A&R. Like he kind of.
And he was on the.
He was like big on our like he started helping with our YouTube channel when it started, and
he was on the For Mandalore podcast with me. He brought a lot of great Knights of the Old Republic knowledge to it.
I used to call him Nick. Because he's in the band.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
That's a
sure he
perfect
went to
nickname.
law school.
Yes, I think.
Hey, easy there, overachiever.
I know. I mean, musicians.
Well, and he's still doing.
You
He's
know?
still in a band, and he does these custom drums too. Like he does the
that
drum
are really
bass.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Nyquil says, T-Bob's second or third week here. I did a tailgate for LSU A&M baseball. I cooked a fire gravy. T-Bob shows up in an Uber with a 24-pack of Bud Light. My A&M friend still asks how he's doing. So I wanted to mention Nyquil's because I remember that. That was very funny. Because I had no kids. So I was trying to ingratiate myself with the people who used to go to Tin Roof every Thursday. But
yes, happy hour.
To show you what a funny world this is, when World of Warcraft Classic got re-released, me and Dilly used to hang out all the time in Azeroth, running dungeons. He was a paladin out there tanking. I'm healing him. And it's just, I mean, questing in Darkshire, dude. It's so crazy. The connections that this place leads you to.
Well, we used to do the Tin Roof happy hour every Thursday, and like in the beginning, that thing was popping. Like LSU, LSU coaches were coming. Like Meatball would show up with all his little assistant coaches.
And now Meatball's big.
I know. And then all of our listeners would come out. I'm trying to remember, like Brian Burgess would come, and Emil McClellan and Alex Anderson. Yes.
Forgot about Alex. Where's he live?
So many people coming out.
I think he's by Alondra. Or it was by Rivers, right? It's still?
Huh?
Alex?
I haven't seen him in forever.
You're being doxed, but yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Don't dox myself.
And dox us in the process.
Sorry.
My bad. Well, they have to know where any of y'all live for that to count, so it doesn't matter. Brandon, and Brandon.
Shout out.
What did Brandon say?
He's a kid now. Like
we hung out in.
Growing up.
We hung out in Starkville. Remember?
Yes.
With Brandon on that.
Yes.
Infamous weekend. And he said, Brandon said earlier, I remember not being able to stand T-Bob when he first joined. Probably one of the reasons why I was crying in the closet there, Brandon.
On your birthday.
When he first joined Jordy on OTB, and then I met him. What a great guy you are, brother, and your personality is electric. First, we got a great one. Thank you, Brandon. That's very, very, very kind.
Yes, look, Cameron Cook, Tyler Fontenot.
Oh, Cam, dude. That's
Like,
right. Tyler
there's
Fontenot.
so many-
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Yes. Tyler
Look,
was there. Tom Granning. Shout out.
Granning.
Still holding down Natchez guy.
No.
Shout out Natchez.
We had a
Shout
good
out
run,
Natchez.
T-Bob.
We had a very good run. It was.
We did have, and we had a really good run there for a few years without kids, where we got to like do whatever we wanted to do.
Yeah, I know. It's. I mean, it's crazy. We really have. We have grown up.
Yeah.
On this show, and on these airwaves. I mean, when we showed back up here No kids. What was it maybe like, what was it,
17?
17.
So
that's
you
8
started right
years
after
ago.
the Super Bowl, right?
So yeah, like 28. So I think Caitlin might have been pregnant at the time, maybe.
No.
No?
No, because I met Caitlin before she was pregnant.
Wow. So no kids when we showed up here.
Mm-hmm.
And
we were just balling out, just doing whatever we wanted to do.
And now 7, 5, 2 years old, U-High. Again, there's all these bubbles. There's the U-High community. There's the Nutcracker
Oh, Champ.
community.
We can't forget. Y'all, I know y'all shout out Champ the other day.
Legend of Champ. The Don Juan community, the Rouse's community, obviously here. It's just crazy. Just crazy. So many good teachers.
Do you remember the
so many? Thank you to every teacher who's taught our children. I don't want to, because I've been drinking too much champagne. I'm not going to. Well, I'm not going to risk naming names because I don't want to screw anything up and have anybody feel left out. But just know that I really appreciate what you've done for our children. They've been great.
I mentioned some of this in my little letter, but some of our funny segments that we tried. What was it? The Pelicans 60? What did we call it?
Pelicans droppings.
Pelicans droppings.
Which is a good name.
Oh, that's right. But we gave
it's a good name.
But we gave him 60 seconds.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But then the timing changed depending on how well the Pelicans were doing.
That's a good bit.
So if the Pelicans were doing worse, he got like 45 seconds.
Y'all should bring back Pelicans droppings.
And then
well, I tried to get Soccer 90, remember?
Yeah, we had Soccer 90. Yeah, the stoppage time. Stoppage time. We called it stoppage time.
And then if they were doing well, he got a little more time. If they were doing bad, he got a little less time.
I remember listening. That was great.
And he would just be like rambling. He'd be like trying to get it all in.
Trying to get it all in, dude. We need you need to bring that back for Jordan, maybe.
I was about to say, funny. Jordan, get your Pelicans takes ready because you're going to be our correspondent here on this show.
I'm just going to hand you my cup. We're like...
No, pour it over.
Oh, God.
I might drop it and ruin everything. I already broke a television in this studio before.
You did, that one.
Oh, my God, my labrum. Jesus, this thing is shot. My shoulder's done for. Shout out Evolve, too. That's another bubble.
Oh, yeah.
And Rivers, you brought me into Evolve.
One of the women brought it up.
Evolve has changed my life.
She's like, what's T-Bob going to do without his Wet Check Wednesdays? And I was like, I don't know.
The problem is I love a class.
I know.
And they have a gym there in the office, but I don't know if they do classes.
No, but they all go out. You know where you should go? Some of the girls, oh, no, you can't with your arm. But some of the girls there go to Rumble, which is a boxing gym.
No, I can do boxing.
Oh,
this shoulder thing, this shoulder thing is so random. I can barely hold plank, but I can do an entire boxing workout.
Okay,
I do not
so
understand
Rumble
it.
it's like a chain, but it's a really good boxing gym, and they do classes.
Is it your rear labrum?
No, I have no labrum. I have no labrum and no cartilage.
Full Streams Ahead. We used to do a movie segment, Full Streams Ahead, and all three of us, me, you, and Jordy.
Oh. Dude, that was okay. Remember when we talked about during COVID, we thought sports being canceled, we're all screwed, and I walked around the neighborhood for like 2 hours writing down
Full
ideas.
Streams Ahead.
I forgot Full Stream Ahead. That's a good name.
Full Stream Ahead.
It's not a great idea, but it's a good name.
But we would all, or I guess Nathan too, we would all four
It's like, what are you watching?
What are you watching? And every week we did it.
Full Stream Ahead? It might be a good idea, dude. I feel like that's a better idea now than it was a few years ago.
Wait, did you
streaming is more.
Wait, did you see
more
that you're going to have
for
to?
Sure.
Sorry to bring this back to sports, but did you see that? I think you're going to have 10.
F the Cox. What?
10 to 15 different streaming services to watch all of the NFL.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day.
It's crazy.
We don't have to talk about it again, but that makes me a little bit get on my lawn.
But Alondra has a great business proposal.
Okay.
It's called The Box.
Is it called cable?
Well, it's called The Box. I don't know what cable is, but it's called The Box. And we're going to put all of these disparate elements into one single package.
Yeah, so we're going to go back to cable. We have gotten
What is cable?
We've gotten so far away from what the original idea was that now we all want to just go back to what cable was.
I do need to give a shout out to my guy Scott Burns too, tenured professor at Southeastern, because he was the idea behind the pig. He was the idea behind the yell leader. Scott's been awesome. He's given me so much great
He's such a
ideas
nice guy.
through the year.
He's come to so many events.
So kind. I can think of a million people, but Scott has been like really good. Sorry, I'm burping up champagne now. Been really good.
Carly?
With the ideas. Yeah, Carly's pregnant. It's crazy, man. It's funny. My group chat was
She overslept, she said.
My group chat was talking about Carly yesterday because all the high school boys were watching the chat when we announced on, I guess it was Wednesday. Now, I don't know. All right,
Hey,
let's get a
shout
break.
out Ian. Ian posted your thing.
Yes, the historian.
The historian. He's not gonna miss. He's not gonna miss a moment.
My brother.
Not gonna miss a moment.
My brother. We'll be driving up to Chicago together.
Ian, if you got a clip of me reading that letter, send it to me.
I don't think I told him we were doing this today, so I don't know.
What does that matter? He'll find out.
I don't
that's true,
think
that's
that
true,
matters.
that's true. All right, more OTB next.
Off the bench.
Shout out to friends old and new. And one of our new friends are the guys over there at Cool Pro HVAC. Again, I want to reinforce, guys, this is a local HVAC company, not national. They give a damn about you. And if you don't believe me, have them out to check out your system. But T-Bob, my system's running fine. Okay, great. Guess what? No dispatch fee, nerd. Have them out there. Summer's about to come. What if like something's about to go wrong? It's going to cost you a ton of money that could be fixed with a little preventative maintenance. Go to coolprohvac.com, have them out. And explore becoming a pro member. $99 a year, 24/7 emergency, 24/7 monitoring, 1 hour service windows, priority scheduling, and it's $100 for the whole year. Come on now.
No matter how many units. No matter how many units you have. Remember.
No matter how many units?
Yeah, $99 a year.
Shoo, I got 1 unit.
Well, I've got 2. You might have 3. You might have 4. 225-350-4397.
Wow.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down.
back from the break where the sports talk gets real. Kinda. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Shout out to Archmaester Hannegriff. Just showing up in here. Shout out to Hanny. All right, so in honor of that, I want to do something a bit old school here. And I know I kind of was like, should we take away from being on the air? But I really want to play this because it's probably the single thing that I am most creatively proud of. And this is Song of Purple and Gold. Specifically, it's the night before the Alabama game in 2019. I've always been a massive Les Mis fan. And we do a full One Day More parody here. And it involved getting everybody in the studio on two, singing, recording, editing it all together. We even had Joe Crest, of course, from
Stranger
many things. But yeah, the dad from Stranger Things. And that's, by the way, he plays Saban, and you can hear it because he's clearly on a different level than all of us. But here it is. So, okay, sorry, to set the scene real quick. It's the night before Alabama. And the Swamp King has just dismissed his small council to go about their business before the battle. And he's kind of, in a previous episode, his best friend, the Cajun Cannon, has died. And here's where we go.
As the Swamp King's council files out the room, he stares into the dancing flames of the hearth. He thinks back to everything that has led him to this moment. The failures, the successes, his enemies, his friends. But there is one more than any other that he wishes he could see. Bobby J, what would you say if you were here now? The Swamp King's eyes widen as the flames begin to take shape. The flickering image of a man appears. No, it can't be. A figure broad in the shoulder with a barrel chest. A man wreathed in holy flame. It is none other than the founding father of the Houdat Nation, the Cajun Cannon. Cannon? Can it be? Is that really you, brother?
Swamp King, trust in yourself. You are a son of Acadia. Not even little Nicky Napoleon can stand in your way. Trust in the power of Bayou. The age of the Gump is over. The age of the Cajun is at hand. None can stand before you. The same way I used to vanquish the cowgirls, so you too will end the Crimson Menace. You can do this! Remember, your people are behind you. Tiger Nation is behind you. The Houdat Nation is behind you. One for all and all for one. Go Tigers! Houdat!
Cannon, my brother, thank you. I will carry you in my heart when I ride into battle. I will do it for us. I will do it for Louisiana. As night falls all throughout the kingdom, Louisiana, the Swamp King's people prepare for the fateful day. Lady Rivers burnishes her armor. She will wear the sigil of the bulldog with pride. The Kingmaker sharpens his knives, for they will taste blood. The Ottfather gambles with the soldiers, knowing it might be his final chance. Archmaester Hannegriff prepares his medicines. There will be many who need healing. The Order of the Negatiger preaches doom, and the Crimson Emperor stares out into the night, anxiously awaiting the arrival of the Swamp King.
A tiger in a different cloak. It's still just a tiger. Let them come.
It has all come to this. Tomorrow, the fate of the world will be decided. The Swamp King looks to the stars. One day more.
One day more. Another day, another destiny. This never-ending road to the SEC. These fans who seek to knock me down will never cease to come around one day more.
It has all led to today. How can I live if we're defeated? And though it's just another game, the Crimson Emperor must be unseated.
One more day until tea time.
What will happen when we're there?
One more day until Nick Saban
was born to see this through.
In one more day he'll wear the crown.
And I swear it will be true.
And he'll
never say roll tide.
One more day before the game.
He will give our people hope.
At the barricades of tea time.
He will lead my brothers there.
When the ranks begin to fall.
He will stay and he will dare.
Will you stand with your Swamp King? One day more.
One more day to revolution. We will nip it in the bud. We'll be ready for these tigers. They will wet themselves with blood.
Kojo is not good. He will surely fail. Punch him in the mouth and he will tuck his tail. Devastating hits, devastating punch. Hit him and the tigers don't amount to much.
One thing to a new beginning.
Raise the flag of Mike 6 high.
All will kneel to the Swamp King.
All will kneel to the Swamp King.
Their Southeaster rose for winning.
Their Southeaster rose to be won.
Do you hear the tiger sing?
My place is here. I fight with you.
One day more.
We will join these people's heroes. We will follow where they go. We will learn their little secrets. I will take down this man Joe.
Kojo is not good. He will surely fail. Punch him in the mouth and he will tuck his tail.
We'll be ready for
tomorrow. Will be far away. Tomorrow is the judgment day. Tomorrow we'll discover what our Mike in heaven has in store. One more dawn, one more day, one day more.
When neck hit, oh wow.
Oh my God.
That was
What a
incredible.
time, dude. That was so fun.
I
How about
congratulate
Joe's?
apologize.
How about Joe Crest?
This is incredible.
I mean,
You put
he's
so much work into those. Like
How
that
about
one was
Hanny,
really
though?
good.
Hanny
So I will say this. Hanny has the most hidden thespian. Well, and Matt as well liked it too. Matt has a little bit. I think he has his mom made the music. Like there's some musical back in there, but Hanny dove into the musical theater aspect like head first.
Yeah.
He was so exciting. And you know what's great? They weren't mentioned in that episode. But at that point, there was a great line about the brothers Flester, they were the bounty hunters who originally caught Lady Moscona and brought him to the Swamp King to have his head chopped off. before the Swamp King engaged in blood magic to bring Lady Moscona back to life. But the brothers Flester, there's this great line. It was brothers, friends, lovers? And here they are, dude. The brothers Flester going to be back on Off the Bench because everything comes full circle.
Yeah. That's me, Flynn, and Dixon?
What?
I think it was just you and Flynn.
No, it was just you and Flynn. The
Just
brothers
me and
Flester was
Flynn?
just you and Flynn.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
It does
saying.
come
It's
full
actually
circle.
perfect.
You're
Either I
right.
love Richard Dixon as well. Love you,
You
Dick.
put
You're the
so
man.
much work into those, and like I remember, you would stay up until like 5 a.m. and you just roll
No,
into
bro,
the show.
I wouldn't.
because you, like, did it.
I would sit there and edit in my house, and almost weekly at about 3 a.m. I'd be like, I just got to go into work.
Yeah.
And so I'd
you would just come
drive
here.
in, and I would sit on floor 2, and I would finish the episode, and I would be drooling into my laptop starting the show because I
But
was
no,
so done.
sometimes you would come up here and you would start to you would work and then you would take a little bit of a break. I remember one very specific instance because I got here incredibly early because my nightmare is not being here on time.
Yes.
And so I would always do my work ahead of time and then be ready for the show. But I would get here at 5, and we also did a lot more audio at that point. I was having to cut.
Jordy's cut a lot of audio.
Cuts of audio, but I would get here at 5. And I remember walking into the building and walking through the little, there's this little area, this little sitting area with a couch and a chair right before the elevator. And the lights are all off because it's 5 a.m., and I'm usually the first person besides T-Bob here. And so I'm walking in, and I walk into that little area, and I'm halfway through the room, and then I jumped out of my skin. T-Bob is just laying there like a corpse on the couch, head up. He's just sleeping. And I just remember being like, what are you doing?
Oh, man, dude. God, what a time. What a time. One day, I'm going to follow up on that.
Well, and then you played Neck at the end, and it was you didn't even have to be an LSU fan. You watch his videos, and then suddenly Neck is playing, and we played Neck for a full 60 seconds, which is a pretty long time.
Let him know.
And wow, it just felt really powerful. It did on a Friday.
One day I'm going to again, it was it doesn't matter. It was awesome. Thank y'all. All right, more OTB next.
I know what you're about to say.
Off the Bench.
Central Plumbing, 925-8552, centralplumbing.org. So I do want to talk really specifically, though, about the Payne family, Zach, Jay, everybody, and what they've meant to us. Because Rivers knows this, but, Central Plumbing, we mentioned it earlier in the week. They've been around since it was Colada and the Prince.
And they've helped me out many times.
Really? See, I always get that. Look at that, guys. It's actually Rivers who's breaking her toilets all the time.
Keeping them in business.
They have helped me plenty of times as well. But no, they've been such massive supporters of the show. And we've had great times at charity golf tournaments together and everything else. But again, guys, if you need any plumbing issues solved, okay, no matter where you're at, they got 24/7 emergency service, a flat rate pricing, the great warranty once the work is done. I tell you about it every single day. Licensed bond insured employees send you information ahead of time, so you know who's coming into your home. They're the best. CentralPlumbing.org, CentralPlumbing.org.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Welcome to the 7th-ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
7th ranked. Get the F out of here! Mac and Cube sucks! They only did it because they're both on ESPN!
Mac and
That's
Cube.
right, Cole! I'm just kidding. Cole is very kind. Thank you. I love you, Cole. But we should be number 1!
It's true.
Forget about the jungle in Nashville. Also, how are we in the same market as Nashville? There's 8,000 cranes in the city. Are you kidding me? What are we talking about here, guys?
What are we talking about here, guys?
But shout out Barrett Sports Media. I had a fun interview with them.
No, they're great. Barrett Sports Media is always
they've
amazing.
done well. They've done well. But always and forever, me and all my friends hate Murphy, Sam, and Jody.
That's true.
Except for my wife, who loves Murphy, Sam, and Jody.
Caitlin, I swear to
I
God.
will say this about Caitlin. I'm so proud of her because I've watched her evolution.
Yep.
The first time I met Caitlin, she told me, and I've told this story on air, but she told me how she didn't understand football and how for almost all of T-Bob's career, she thought that anytime the offense messed up, it was because he did something wrong as the center.
To drive
she truly believed that.
To drive this point home, when we were probably about 30 years old, already had a child together, been together since we were 16. So basically we had like 15 years at this point. And we're sitting there talking one day, and she asked me what first, second, third, and fourth down meant. And I was like, what? Hold up now, man. You've been to how many football? Like all high school, all college, all. And she's like, yeah, I was just cheering when other people cheer and boo when they boo. And like,
So
I don't know. She didn't even know how the downs worked in football.
Shout out Caitlin for just thinking everything's your fault and not even caring.
Yep.
She's like, whatever. Everyone's
Yeah,
booing.
true.
It's T-Bob's fault.
True.
Everyone's cheering.
She's a real
T-Bob
one.
did good. So that was when I first met her, right? So this is like 8 years ago. And then now she's listening to the show. I was like, Caitlin, I thought that talk radio made you nauseous. She was like, it does, but our kids love to hear him on the radio.
Yeah,
she's like, so I'm willing to do it.
go.
I mean, shout out Caitlin. She's evolved.
She has evolved, dude. And seriously, shout her out because nobody's been more integral to this whole process. Like, because I'm able to. She's having to do so much dirty work right now. Like so much
She
dirty
is.
work.
Literally,
For sure.
like
I'm glad
throwing
you're
trash
acknowledging
into a
that.
dumpster.
Moving the house.
I'm glad you're acknowledging that because I talked to her a little bit this week.
Yeah, getting
She's
the kids
got
ready.
a lot happening.
It's everything's going
Got
on.
a lot
And look, and for those that don't know, her company's Caitlin B Photo. There's a chance that hundreds, perhaps, thousands of y'all out there have been shot by her for weddings, families, scout guide.
One of the women last night was like, her husband texted her and said, "We have to find a new photographer."
Yeah, I mean, she shot.
Like
She shot
they're like distraught.
families, weddings for years and years and years. I mean, she did hundreds of weddings when we were at college at LSU as a second year for Colin. And she's built this company up, and she's very successful.
She's so good. She's taken pictures of me every time I've been pregnant. I am, and it's not that I'm going to someone else, because I don't get photos of my family taken ever. I'm like a bad mom. I don't get like family portraits taken.
To do.
I know. I'm just.
We don't either. Ironically enough,
think about it.
We need to.
Honestly, I just
like the self timer.
I don't think about it, and so like we have no professional photos of myself.
Yeah.
Except for from Caitlin. And every time I've been pregnant, she's taken all my favorite photos of myself with my children.
And so
she did baby Harlow.
And I know, and then, and now she's having to start over.
She's
just so I can explore something new. And I know she is. She's gonna be great but it's still, I don't want to I don't want to dismiss all the work that goes into that, right? Or when you express being stressed out and people say, well, you're going to be fine. It's like, okay, that may be true, but like, you want to acknowledge. Yeah, exactly.
It's so hard.
I want to acknowledge how much.
It.
She,
outside of throwing your keyboard
awesome.
away,
But she's also awesome. I mean, I know
she did throw away my mechanical keyboard.
I mean,
I saw the clicky clacky.
I actually, I was like, ooh, that's actually a nice sound. I like that.
It's a great sound.
It's a pleasing sound.
It's a great sound. She hates it.
But
granted,
you know what?
we used to work computer by computer.
Yeah, so she's probably over it.
And so she would just hear, or she'd hear me be like, all right, big heels in the tank. Okay. No, back off. I don't know what happened. I'm dead. I don't know what happened. I'm dead. Watch out, guys. Healer down. Turnber's down. Look out. Okay, great job. Can somebody res? Anybody have any buffs? Thank you. Can I get kings, please? Thank you. And the whole time it's like clack, 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 clack in the background.
She's like, go away.
But again, joke's on her. I have 4 mechanical keyboards in the office next door to me. So they're going nowhere.
Shout out Caitlin. She's always, even though she didn't understand what was happening, I know she's always done a lot, and I love her. She's great. And I know that, like, I talked to her, I was like, how are you feeling about everything? She's like, let's just do it, And I love that about her.
She's been so encouraging.
She's like, let's just do it.
She's been so encouraging and so about it.
Attitude. And so shout out. But although, you know what, I'm a little sad. I have recently, within the last few weeks, gotten back into my tennis game.
I know.
And I'm a little bummed because I thought me and Caitlin were going to take over the world with tennis stuff.
I know.
I'm going to have to find someone else.
And now she's moving into a city with like 10 million people or whatever.
Learn hockey.
A lot
She's going to have to learn hockey.
I can't wait for hockey, actually. Bob on the skates. It's going to be fun.
All right,
real quick.
Yeah.
I know we have to go to break, but I haven't been able. I'm not going to be able to do
it.
Do it,
Alondra.
I'm not going to be able to do this.
Do it. When we come back to break, Alondra's going to do it.
Do it for Tears for Fears. Do it with Tears for Fears in the background.
She's going to do it. Come back.
Gather yourself and do it with Tears for Fears in the background. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Tears for Fears.
All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. Again, guys, another massive sponsor of the show has been All-Star Toyota. Aaron Piku and the team over there. There's a reason why I drive not 1, but 2 Toyota Sienna minivans that are murdered out. And it's because of All-Star. And when I knew I loved them, and again, guys, I'm not getting like any crazy deals from All-Star. I just wanted to work with the guys that work with us because I believe in the product, right? But that first minivan, when I knew I loved them, I said, look, I'll get a minivan, but I want it all black on the interior, exterior, whatever. And it shows up at the dealership, and the wheels are black. I didn't even think about it, but they knew. They knew to go full murdered out Mini. And, well, it's got 100,000 miles on it. It's almost paid off, not to brag. I love it. And I'm going to bring it to Chicago. All-Star's the best. All-StarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: You. Auctioneer Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756.
Back from the break, where the sports talk gets real. Kinda. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
It's this weird one again.
There it is.
I don't know why
it doesn't matter. One more Tears for Fears. Tears for Fears Friday has meant so much to me. Go ahead and
We're gonna
change it.
change it. Yeah, we're gonna change
I do want to just give a specific shout out to Devin Snow, our guy Hold the Mayo.
Yes.
He gave a $50 super chat, but that's not why.
Retiring Tears for Fears. Pain.
But Dev has been, yeah, man. I never would have thought that Dev was a relationship that we would have had because we didn't know, because he was selling cars. And then he releases a video. Shout out to Sekis. And then he releases a video. You know, I want to throw bread at the ducks with you. And the rest is history. Now he's become a New Orleans legend. Love you, Dev.
Incredible. I can remember he's been listening for a very long time. He's been chatting for a very long time. And he always hyped me up. So thank you, Deb. Because it's hard. The internet can be hard on people.
Yes. And Deb's always
incredible.
been supportive, dude.
But you know what? Alondra, you have something to say?
I'm going to try to get this out.
All
and
right.
maybe I'll take a page out of River's book and just read what I wrote on Instagram, because I can't. I'm weirdly having like a hard time with this. But
Londra's not very emotional generally.
It's not weird at all, though.
So working with T-Bob and being on this show, I can't do it. Being on this show in general, it's been such a privilege. And T-Bob like welcomed me with open arms since I first got here, even before I was on Off the Bench. And I don't know if I ever like outright said this, but when I got to Guarantee, this is what I wanted to be doing. Like I wanted to be on Off the Bench. So then I got it. And then T-Bob never made me feel like weird about replacing somebody. Like he always was like super welcoming, and he's always unapologetically himself. And I really admire and love that about T-Bob. And I always tell people that I wish that I could be more like that. So thank you, T-Bob, for being so good to me all the time. And I really love you, and I'm going to miss you. Like, this is
I'm
so
going to miss
weird,
you
but
too.
I
No,
feel
it's
like
not
I'm being
weird.
so dramatic, but
No, it's so good. Alondra's not someone who lets her guard down very much.
Alondra, I didn't even cry in
She
my
puts
own
up-
letter,
she
and I'm
puts
crying
up-
right now.
She puts up a very tough exterior.
You go get that purple staff, T-Bob.
Yeah, so Alondra sent me a text, and I might blow through this break by a few seconds. And can we do that? Is that okay? Yeah, whatever.
I think
it
Boudreaux's
doesn't
would
matter.
be
I'm saying
okay.
if you have control, that's fine then. But yeah, Alondra sent me a really nice text the other day that was so encouraging, so validating, so kind. And in it, she referenced getting the purple staff that that epic during World of Warcraft Season of Discovery that I so desperately wanted, and I thought I wasn't going to get. She constantly encouraged me, and I got it. And now here we sit at the edge of chasing that purple staff in real life. And I guess this is my final time.
Oh my God.
It's my final time signing off, guys. I love you all. Thank you, everybody hanging out in the chat right now. Thank you, everybody through the years who supported the show, who's listened to shows. Thank you, everybody who's been a part of the show. Thank you, WWL. Thank you to Guarantee. Thank you to Barstool for the opportunity. Thank you to everyone, especially in this room. I love you. Thank you to my family, my parents, my wife especially. And here it is, dude. You know what? Hey, F the Cox! Screw you, Maneri! We're going to beat your old ass this weekend! National scene! Let's freaking go, dude! Love y'all.
Off the bench.
I'll leave it live. Yeah. It's an awkward live room. It's an awkward live room. But I do love Boudreaux.
Boudreaux gets the last one.
I do love Boudreaux. Boudreaux Electrical.
One more.
.com. Family owned operates 82. You already know the deal. You want a Generac home generator, go with your premier Generac home generators over there. Dealer at Boudreaux. They're the best, man. Shout out Boudreaux. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. Support them. Support those who support us. And into the future, support the show. Support those who support us. And I love you all. And we'll see where everything goes. I love you, though.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has